Welcome to week 1 of the DIECAST Racing League. After a fierce qualifying round, only 8 teams have made it into the season. 4 teams are out, the pressure's on, and every second counts. It's time to meet the drivers kicking off the action. Savannah Lux leads the charge for the Throttle Queens, fast, focused, and fearless. Ryan McConnor brings raw aggression for Furious Familia, no room for mistakes. Max Spooler is all torque, no nonsense. The Turbo Titans are here to win. And last but not least, Jack Corbin rides smooth and silent, classic outlaw style, and deadly on the track. The stage is set, and the first 4 drivers are ready to roll. Let's get right into race number 1. It's Savannah Lux in the pole position in that left front lane there in the Lamborghini Veneno in purple. Ryan McConnor gets to the jump first, cuts off Savannah Lux, and takes the lead in race number 1. Down they go into the last turn. Savannah Lux is right on Ryan's tail. Across the finish line, they are glued to each other, and it's Jack Corbin coming across the finish line on his roof for 1 point. The scoring system for this whole entire DIECAST racing season is going to be 5 points for first, 3 points for second, 2 for third, and 1 for fourth place, and 0 if you do not make it across the finish line. Savannah Lux out front again in front of Ryan McConnor. The Furious Familia is a fan favorite here, but will the Throttle Queens be able to take them down? Oh no! Max Spooler flies off the track in the R34 Skyline. Savannah Lux into the last turn. Jack Corbin's closing the gap on Ryan McConnor. Jack Corbin keeps it on all 4 tires, but takes someone out at the finish line. Oh my gosh, call an ambulance, folks. That person just did a head spin, landed on a Ford Fiesta, fell over, and he's still taking pictures into the sky. After 2 races, it's Savannah Lux and Ryan McConnor tied for first place. The way the point system works is each driver will compete in 4 heat races over the season. Their total points from those races go towards both their individual standings and their team overall standings. At the end of each episode, the top driver from each group moves on to a bonus round. In the bonus round, those 4 drivers will race 4 races, and the winner of overall in the bonus round will earn 2 extra points for themselves and their team for the season. Those bonus points could make all the difference of winning or losing the season. After 3 races, it's still Savannah Lux out front with 10 points and Ryan McConnor shortly behind with 9. Jack Corbin slides to the front right, Ryan McConnor to his left. Max Spooler pushing on Jack Corbin. Ryan McConnor inside takes the lead. Over the jump he goes, is able to land the landing. Who doesn't land the landing? It's Jack Corbin, but he waxed his hood, and he is absolutely flying down the track. Max Spooler gives him a little push. Oh no, it's Ryan McConnor on his hood. Can Savannah Lux get by? Across the finish line they go. How close was that? Let's take a closer look to see who crossed the finish line first. We slow it down there for you, and it looks like Savannah Lux might have won by a front bumper, earning 15 points and moving herself on to the bonus round. And after the first 4 races of the season, Savannah Lux leads the driver's standings with 15 points, with Ryan McConnor right behind her. Max Spooler and Jack Corbin are still in it, but we're just getting started. That's only group number 1. We have 3 more groups to hit the track today, plus the bonus round. The Throttle Queens may be leading now, but by the end of this week, everything could change. Let's meet the next 4 drivers. Rico Laglis returns for the Turbo Titans, looking to close the gap. Sable Quinn steps in for the Outlaws. Cool under pressure, deadly on the drop. Matteo Rinaldi brings the speed for Team Hyperline, sleek, fast, and focused. And Damon Torello suits up for Furious Familia, a bruiser with something to prove. And just like that, group number 2 of season number 1, week 1, hits the track. It's Rico Laglis in the left front pole position. He was the fastest qualifier in this race. Sable Quinn to the right in the Lamborghini. That RX-7 out in front, but Sable Quinn from the Obsidian Outlaws right on his tail. Who's your favorite team thus far in this tournament? Let me know in the comments. Who are you rooting for? Who are you not rooting for? Who's the crowd favorite? Who's the bullies? Let me know. It's Rico Laglis taking 5 points for the Turbo Titans early in this tournament. He slides over to the front right position. Matteo Rinaldi in the Bugatti moves to the pole position in the front left, but still, it's Sable Quinn and Rico Laglis out front and able to hit the jump first. Matteo Rinaldi front heavy there in the Bugatti. I don't know how that works because the engine's in the back, but you never know. RX-7 spins around, Laglis in reverse. Rotaries actually spin fast both directions, so that thing just put it in reverse and kept on going. It's Rico Laglis after 2 races, taking 2 first-place finishes and holding 10 points. Sable Quinn right behind. But now Rico moves to the back row, and it's still anyone's game. Damon Torello moves to the pole position, getting pushed by Sable Quinn in that Lamborghini. Oh my gosh, Damon Torello flies off the track. That Charger has too high a center of gravity, took that turn a little too fast. It may have been because he was braking and Sable Quinn was pushing from the rear. And out of nowhere, a Bugatti, which is a very low center of gravity, hits the side of the curb and spins over. Rico Laglas and Sable Quinn take the inside. Sable Quinn trying to take the double pass, but Rico holds on to the win and will take his third win in group number 2, taking 15 of the available 20 points thus far. Is he able to win a 4 out of 4 races? Damon Torello gets the early jump because he was underneath or over top of the hood of Matteo Rinaldi. Matteo just could not wait to get off that starting line. But the real race is up front here. Sable Quinn and Rico Laglas have continued to dominate this group. It's Sable Quinn down across the finish line for 5 points. And then, oh, what a close finish between Damon and Matteo. It looks like Matteo took last, Damon took third. Rico Laglas rockets to the top with 18 points, and the Turbo Titans take the lead. Sable Queen keeps the Outlaws right in the fight, now second in the team standings. Furious Familia is holding on strong, and Savannah Lux still has the Throttle Queens in striking distance. Hyperline's falling behind, but every league needs the underdog, right? The Titans are flying high, but there's still a lot of racing left today. Group 3 is up next, and they're ready to shake up the standings. Brody Slade muscles in for Team Muscle Mayhem. Pure power, no finesse. Winston Downs rolls out for Spoiler Alert. Flashy, risky, and always unpredictable. Lana Nitro takes the wheel for the Nitro Sisters. High voltage with everything to prove. And last, it's Nico Almaraz returning for Team Hyperline, looking to pull Team Hyperline out of the basement and up on the leaderboard. These 4 drivers head up to the starting line, and 3, 2, 1, they're out of there for race number 1, Group 3. This is Season 1, Week number 1 of the DIECAST Racing League, brought to you by Tiny Track Cars. It's Winston Downs and the Lamborghini way out in front. That is a beautiful Huracan. And then Lana Nitro tries to take the inside on Brody Slade. A successful pass by Lana Nitro, I believe. We'll see what happens under the last turn, but it's Winston Downs. No, it looks like Brody Slade is able to muscle his way through, and Lana Nitro falls back to the 3rd place position, and in Team Hyperline comes across in 4th. Man, I really like Team Hyperline. That beautiful blue color, the branding, the theme, everything about that team, I just love, but they are falling behind quick. Those 2 drivers are going to have to head back to the locker room and really talk strategy because there's 9 weeks left after this week, and they need to stick in it. Oh no, it's Winston Downs landing on 2 wheels and falling over on his side, leaving Lana Nitro way out in front in that beautiful pink Subaru WRX STI. And it's a DNF for Winston Downs as he slides across the finish line. Does not slide across the finish line. That's not what you want to see in race number 2 after earning 5 points in race number 1. Lana Nitro on the inside. Nico Almaraz slowing down Winston Downs. Over the jump they go. That Subaru showing the superior rally superiorness. And oh my gosh, Nico Almaraz out of nowhere. I don't know if Winston Downs catapulted him, but he could not take the speed. He spins out, and Winston Downs in the Huracan passes. Winston Downs making a pass at Lana Nitro. Cannot pass, but the real action was Brody Slade also passing Nico Almaraz at the finish line right at the last minute, claiming an extra point on his scorecard. Winston Downs slides to the pole position. Nico Almaraz holding up the Nitro sister Lana. Nico Almaraz still holding up Lana as Winston Downs almost flips over on his lid again. Oh my gosh, Brody Slade holding up Lana Nitro, allowing Winston to go up on the curb and 2 wheels across the finish line. That Lamborghini is so fast he can hardly keep it in control. Lana Nitro moves on to the bonus round in this group. Group number 3 brought the heat. Lana Nitro jumps to a tie for 3rd place with 14 points, while Winston Downs climbs to 5th overall. Brody Slade gets on the board with a solid debut, and the standings are starting to tighten. Turbo Titans still hold the lead, but the Outlaws are creeping closer. Nitro Sisters surge into the top 5, and Spoiler Alert's making moves. It's anyone's game. Starting with group number 4, Trey Torque Miller brings the brute force for Muscle Mayhem. He's got something to prove. Lexi Voss takes the wheel for the Throttle Queen. Smooth, fast, and fierce under pressure. Roxy Nitro is back for the Nitro Sisters, lightning quick and never backing down. And last, it's Chase Vinton. He rounds things up for the spoiler alert. Calculated, cold, and ready to stir chaos. Let's head right to the starting line for group number 4. Again, one driver from this group will head into the bonus round in attempts to earn 2 extra points for both themselves and their team in the overall season standings. Race number 1, they're out of there. It's Trey Torque Miller and the Charger in that far lane. They love the modern muscle cars, those muscle mayhem guys. Trey Torque Miller up on 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 1 wheel. I don't know how many wheels were actually touching, how many tires were touching. I don't think any wheels were touching, probably just the rubber, the tires. But it's Lexi Voss spinning around in the McLaren Speedtail and down across the finish line. And then the 2, 3, 4, here comes Trey Torque Miller, there's Nitro's sister, Roxy, and Chase Vinton. But it's Lexi Voss takes the win in race number 1 and puts 5 points on the board, taking the early lead in group number 4. Which one of these 4 drivers will head to the bonus round with the other 3 drivers from groups 1, 2, and 3? Trey Torque Miller looking good out front in the Charger. That modern muscle car has a lot of horsepower, but he's on his roof. Here comes Lexi Voss. Can Lexi Voss get by Trey Torque Miller, who's on his hood? And the rest of the pack, they're hitting him by on the inside. Trey Miller is still making his way down the track despite being on his hood. Can anyone get by him as they go into the last and final turn? Is Roxy Nitro making a surge? And here comes Lexi Voss. Lexi Voss trying to take a pass. Did she make it in the last second? I think she did. She gets 5 points. We need to see more replays. Slow motion replays at the finish line, everybody. Who wants to see slow motion replays? Let me know in the comments if you want to see more slow motion replays of those action-packed moments here in the Tiny Track Cars Open Circuit. In race number 2, it's Roxy Nitro flying out in front in that beautiful pink Scion. But Trey Miller right in his tail. And what a move by Chase Vinton, diving on the inside. Dive bomb inside of Miller and taking second place. What a huge move there by Chase Vinton. He puts 2 more points on the board as we head into race number 4. Lexi Voss is ahead with 11 points. Trey Torque Miller and Roxy Nitro tied with 9. Lexi Voss in the pole position. She'll be able to take the inside and over the jump first. Will Trey Miller be able to make the move on the throttle queen here? Doesn't look like he will, but Chase Vinton trying to make a move on Miller. Down across the finish line they go. Lexi Voss takes 5 more points and will move on to the bonus round with 16 points. All right, Lexi Voss closes out group number 4 with a huge performance, sliding into second place overall and launching the Throttle Queen to the top of the team standings. Trey Torque Miller puts Muscle Mayhem back in the mix, and Roxy Nitro helps the Nitro sisters climb into 3rd. And now we are on to the bonus round where 2 extra points are on the line. Who will take them? And ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing right now is a behind the scenes of the Turbo Titans. It seems we're having a little bit of an issue with the rotary engine in Rico Lagos' RX-7, and they have determined that Max Spooler will take his position in the bonus round. Max Spooler on the R34 joins the bonus round. First up, it's Savannah Lux representing the Throttle Queens. She is fast out there in that Lamborghini Veneno. And as we just found out, Rico Lagos has stepped out of the bonus round for some mechanical issues. Max Spooler in the R34 Skyline will be filling in for him. Representing the Nitro sisters, it's Lana Nitro in that beautiful pink Subaru WRX STI. And a second driver for Team Throttle Queens. They have a 50-50 chance at earning these 2 extra bonus points for the Throttle Queens. Again, 2 total points are on the line, but they'll run 4 races. The points for the races will not affect their driver standings or their team standings. However, the 2 points will go to the team standings and the driver standings, giving them an even bigger advantage and jump in the leaderboards. It's Savannah Lux in the Veneno out in front. Lana Nitro is fast in that STI, but she is a match for Savannah Lux and that Lamborghini Veneno. R34 and the McLaren's Speedtail climb across the finish line for 3rd and 4th places. It's Savannah Lux out front early for the Throttle Queens. They're looking good. Again, they have a 50-50 chance of earning that point between Lexi Voss and Savannah Lux. But will Lana Nitro or Max Spooler get in the way of those 2 extra bonus points and make their way up the leaderboard? Again, it is Savannah Lux out front in the Lamborghini. Lana Nitro right behind, taking 2nd place. What a move there by Lana Nitro, sticking in 2nd and taking a 2nd place for the 2nd time. Now she has 6 points, trailing behind Savannah Lux, who has 10. They rotate positions. Savannah Lux moves to the back row. She is going to have a harder time at putting 5 more points on the board with Lana Nitro in front of her in that WRX. WRX looking good over the jump. Everyone lands smoothly. Savannah Lux falls into 3rd place position right in front of Max Spooler. Oh no, Lana Nitro slides sideways. Lexi Voss is trying to make the pass. Down across the finish line, 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy cannoli, what a close finish, but it's Lana Nitro taking the win and getting closer to Savannah Lux with 11 points. Savannah Lux with 12. They move positions again. It's Max Spooler in the pole position in that far front left lane. That lane is usually a little bit of an advantage as they go into the jump because they have the second. Oh, Savannah Lux flies off the track completely, and Lana Nitro is on her roof. What does that mean for the points? I don't know. Who's going to come out in front? And I also just noticed there's 3 ladies in the finals here in the bonus round. Congratulations, ladies. You dominated the guys in week number 1. And there you have it. Because Lana Nitro was able to slide across the finish line on her roof and Savannah Lux had a DNF, Lana Nitro earns 2 bonus points for Team Nitro Sisters. And just like that, week number 1 of season 1 is in the books. And what a start to the season it was. Rico Lagless holds on to the top spot with 18 points, but right behind, it's chaos. Lana Nitro's bonus round victory rockets her into a tie for 2nd place with Lexi Voss, and Savannah Lux is just 1 point behind. We've got 4 drivers within 3 points of the lead. On the team side, it's the Throttle Queens that are riding high at the top with 31 points. But the Titans and the Sisters are close behind. That bonus win from Lana Nitro might have just kept the Nitro Sisters in a title conversation. Every race matters, every point counts, and the bonus round, it's already changing the game. That's it for week number 1 of the DIECAST Racing League. The standings are set for now, but there are 9 weeks to go, and this season is just getting started. Welcome back. This episode of the DIECAST Racing League is brought to you by RacetrackPrints.com, the ultimate wall art for motorsports fans. From iconic tracks to custom layouts, bring racing home in style at RacetrackPrints.com. All right, after week number 1, Rico Lagless leads with 18 points, Lana Nitro and Lexi Voss right behind at 16. Throttle Queens are at the top of the standings, but it's still anyone's game. Week number 2 starts now. Let's go ahead and meet your drivers. Rico Lagless dominated week 1, sitting on the top with 18 points, but the pressure's on. Sable Quinn is back for the Outlaws, cool and dangerous. She's looking to shake up the order. Then there's Roxy Nitro. Her sister Lana stole the spotlight last week with those clutch bonus round win. And now it's Roxy's turn to prove the Nitro Sisters are more than a one-woman show. And rounding out the group is Nico Almaraz. Quiet in week 1, but you can feel it. Hyperline's due for a breakout, and Nico's got something to prove. The fight starts now. Let's hit the track with group number 1. This week, we are racing on the Big O, and folks, the track is still in rally mode. Yes, there is 4 jumps around this track from our Big O Baja tournament that we just held here. Check out our YouTube page if you want to watch that one. So these 4 drivers will not only have to navigate around each other, but over 4 rally-style jumps as well. It's Rico Lagless out in front, with Sable Quinn showing her true speed. Lamborghinis have dominated on this track over and over again, and we see it just again right now. Sable Quinn taking the inside on Rico Lagless and moving into that front place position. And watch the balance on this Lamborghini. Perfectly flying over those jumps, perfectly landing, sliding around the turn and across the finish line for 5 points in race number 1. We said it in the introduction, Sable Queen has something to prove here, folks, and you're gonna see an outstanding performance from her. Rico Lagless slides in for 2nd place, Nico Almaraz for 3rd, and Roxy Nitro across the finish line for 4th place and 1 point. They rotate 1 position clockwise. Again, if you didn't catch that, the point system is 5, 3, 2, 1 for finishing 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, but in opposite order, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And if you don't finish, which is very rare on the Big O, you get a big fat DNF. It's Sable Quinn trying to put pressure on Rico Lagless. Sable's back tire is up on the curb after some contact with Rico Lagless. Rico is in reverse. Will he be able to keep the lead in reverse, or will Roxy Nitro come flying? Oh, Roxy Nitro hits against Sable Quinn. Oh no, Sable Quinn is on her lid. That is not good. She is up in the air. Nico Almaraz is on his roof. I said DNFs are very hard to come by here in the Big O, but we might see one right now depending on what Sable Quinn. I think she's accelerating. The cameraman hits the jump. It's absolutely chaos out here in race number 2 of week 2 of season 1 of the DIECAST Racing League at Tiny Track Cars. And now we have some dead air here because Rico Laglas was so far out in front. And oh my gosh, here comes Sable Quinn on her roof getting pushed by Roxy Nitro, is able to hold on to second place despite landing on her roof after lap number 1. 8 points for Rico, 8 points for Sable Quinn. The battle's going to be between those two, but those two shift to the back of the pack. It's Nico Almaraz's chance in the pole position in that beautiful McLaren, getting pushed by Sable Quinn in that Lamborghini. Over the first jump they go, both cars land smooth. Sable Quinn trying to plan her attack. She takes the inside on Nico Almaraz. Nico Almaraz doesn't even know what hit him. He spins around absolutely flabbergasted, and Sable Quinn takes off down the track again, looking absolutely beautiful out there, spinning just sideways. It's the opposite, reverse drift, and down across the finish line she goes. Nico Almaraz takes second, Roxy Nitro third, and Rico Laglas across the finish line for 1 point and fourth place, 1 point. It's Sable Quinn dominating the points in this round, but anything can happen, folks. However, she does rotate in her position to the pole position, which is the inside left front spot here on the Big O. That lane has a little bit of an advantage. In turn 1, the dual lane section, it is measured to have a 4-inch advantage, so if the cars are equal speeds, the inside car should be approximately 4 scale inches ahead of the outside car in turn number 1 as they enter the open track. Rico Laglas you see on camera spinning around in reverse, but it's Sable Quinn flying absolutely amazing out there. Across the finish line she goes, collecting 5 more points for the Obsidian Outlaws and herself, of course, because in the DIECAST Racing League, we have a personal champion and also a team champion, so root for your favorite team or your favorite driver. After Group 1, Sable Quinn has taken over the league, 32 points in his statement performance for the Outlaws. Rico Laglas isn't far behind at 30, but he just lost grip on the top spot. And check out the cluster behind them. Roxy, Lana, and Lexi all tied at 16. However, 2 of those drivers haven't ran in this week yet. And on the team side, Sable Quinn's performance moves them up to tie with the Turbo Titans. Let's head into group number 2 drivers. Lana Nitro stormed into the season with a bonus round win and now sits in a 3-way tie for 3rd. But right behind her is Winston Downs. He's steady, precise, and quietly pushing Spoiler Alert into the mix. And today, he's not the only one flying their colors. Because Max Spooler is back for the Turbo Titans, and with Rico Laglas leading the charge, Max needs to step it up or risk getting left behind. And finally, it's Chase Vinton, the second Spoiler Alert driver in the group, and he's sitting low in the standings, but 2 strong runs from this team today could flip the entire leaderboard around. Let's go right into group number 2. Lana Nitro will get a run at the pole position first since she is the points leader in this group. Group number 2, they're out of there. 4 cars down the track, 2 laps around the Big O each and every single heat here. And again, we have 4 jumps in the track. They're approaching jump number 1. Lana Nitro tries to block Winston Downs. We know those Lamborghinis dominate. They might not dominate on the open circuit, but those Lamborghinis absolutely fly out here on the Big O where they shine. Lana Nitro falls back into second, and Max Spooler spinning around in 3rd place, and Winston Downs takes first. Chase Vinton brings up the rear for Spoiler Alert and puts 1 point on the board. It's Winston Downs, who didn't start in the pole position, moves up with 5 points right in the beginning. Now he's going to shuffle to the back of the pack as these cars rotate 1 position clockwise. Winston Downs and Chase Vinton in the back for Team Spoiler Alert. Max Spooler in that pole position is his chance to spool up that R34 and send that thing down the track for 5 points. But he spins around. Chase Vinton is in backwards as well. And here comes Winston Downs making a pass on Lana Nitro in the air, putting some pressure on his teammate. This is a team game, but there is also a championship for the drivers at stake as well, so you better believe these 2 are going to race out there. Max Spooler in the R34 looking like he will be able to hold on for 1st place and 5 points in group number 2. The Turbo Titans are one of the fan favorites. We took a vote on our social media channels, and the Turbo Titans, we were the top voted for team here, so Max Spooler needs to get his stuff together. I believe it may be because that R34 Skyline, and there's so many Skyline fans out there. That team is looking good. His teammate Rico Laglas is also fast in the RX-7. These drivers will stick around for season number 2 after season number 1. And whoa, what an amazing pass of Winston Downs on his teammate. On the inside there, pulling right ahead of Chase Vinton. And as I was saying, these drivers will have a chance to, whoa, and another pass by Max Spooler on the end inside of Chase Vinton. And now Max Spooler is going to take a stab at Winston Downs, but Winston Downs stays ahead for race number 3. All right, back to what I was saying. These drivers will have the opportunity to qualify for season number 2 after this as well. They will be driving different cars in the next season. However, the drivers and the teams will stay the same, so be able to follow those drivers along, follow those teams along in our DIECAST Racing League. And our Fantasy League should be coming very soon. We're working on a dedicated web app for our Fantasy League where you'll be able to go in every week and pick your drivers and earn points and climb the leaderboards in our fantasy-style racing league that follows along with this series right here, the Tiny Track Cars DIECAST Racing League. Winston Downs way out in front for race number 4. A lot of nitro in that WRX STI right on his tail, right on his wing. We won't call that a tail, we'll call that a wing. That's the spoiler alert team out there. Max Spooler brings up the rear. We'll take a look at the leaderboards here, and it's Winston Downs by a landslide. He will move on to the bonus round with Sable Quinn from group number 1. Let's take a look at the standings here as we watch some slow motion instant replays in the back. Sable Quinn still out in front with 32 points. Rico Laglas right behind. Winston Downs ties Rico Laglas for 3rd place, but still, there's lots of racing to go, folks. There's 2 more groups to come. Turbo Titans with those points move up into the 1st place position ahead of the Obsidian Outlaws and the Throttle Queens, but there's still more drivers for both those other teams, so anything can happen. Into group number 3 we go. We have the beautiful Lexi Voss driving for the Throttle Queens in that beautiful purple McLaren Speedtail. Then another fan favorite here, it's Ryan McConnor from Team Furious Familia in that R34 Skyline. And then the meatheads, the American muscle guys. Brody Slade, always carrying those tires in his white muscle shirt. What a champion he is. And last but not least, it's Matteo Rinaldi for Team Hyperline. Fast, sleek, and ready to attack in that Bugatti. Boulide. Bugatti Boulide. We know those Bugattis are fast in this track. We had a hypercar tournament a while back, and that Bugatti did exceptionally well. We'll see if he can race here against the Speedtail, the Ford Mustang Dark Horse, and the R34 Skyline. It's Lexi Voss out in front early. Ryan McConnor tries to take the inside, bounces off the inside, puts a block on Matteo Rinaldi. Matteo spins out as well. Ryan is able to regain control and head down the track towards Lexi Voss, and that's McLaren Speedtail. It's Matteo in reverse trying to catch Ryan over the last jump. They go into the last 180-degree turn down across the finish line. It's Lexi Voss, Ryan McConnor, Matteo Rinaldi for Team Hyperline, and here comes Brody Slade for Team Meathead, Team Muscle Mayhem. Sometimes you can't steer the car when your muscles get in the way. That seems to be the problem here. Or McLarens have more top end and better aerodynamics than Ford Mustangs. Facts. All right. Brody Slade slides in the pole position. Matteo right behind him. They make it in front of Lexi Voss on the outside. Ryan McConnor spins around backwards and spins back around. A full 360 there by Ryan McConnor, Team Furious Familia. It's Brody Slade in reverse. Gets ahead of Matteo Rinaldi. What a breakaway. Now he spins back around. Matteo's right in his tail. Here comes Ryan. He wants to make a pass. Ryan trying to get by on the outside, but Matteo's holding the pack. Ryan takes the inside of Matteo. Makes a successful pass. Will Ryan be able to get by Brody Slade as they go into the final straightaway down across the finish? And they go. Ryan does not pass Brody. Brody takes 5 points in 1st place in race number 2. We have a 3-way tie going into race number 3 with 6 points. I won't say all 3 of those together because we know what that means. And we don't want to say that here in Tiny Track Cars. Because we're not doing that. We're just not doing it. Okay, Matteo Rinaldi slides in the pole position. He's far out in front there with Ryan McConnor. Brody Slade holding up Lexi Voss. Throttle Queens aren't going to be happy about that as they are points contender here for the team championship. Who doesn't have a lot of points right now? It's Team Hyperline. And Matteo is out front. He's going to put he's already put 5 more points on the board for Team Hyperline, and they climb the leaderboard. Again, every point counts. Every point you finish, every point you earn when you finish, those points will go towards your driver championship as well as your team championship. And we all know there are 2 bonus points on the line. And as you know, each of the top scoring driver from each group will move to that bonus round. Those cars will race off and have the opportunity to put 2 more points on the board for themselves and for their team. And folks, The competition is tight, and those 2 points will make a huge difference as we go through this tournament. Lexi Voss makes a pass on Matteo Rinaldi. Matteo Rinaldi spins out in reverse. Will Lexi be able to close the gap from Ryan McConnor? Ryan McConnor on the Furious Familia, different R34. Heading down the track super fast. Here comes Lexi Voss. Better aerodynamics, more top speed, but she can't keep that thing under control. Matteo trying to make a pass on Lexi, but does not get by as across the finish line. And here comes... He just rolled over by himself. Brody Slade rolling over by himself. With 14 points, Ryan McConnor takes this group and will move to the bonus round. Group number 3 just blew the doors off the leaderboard. Winston Downs climbs to 30 points, tying Rico Lagless for overall in second place. And a spoiler alert launches into second place in this team standings with 44 points, and they're suddenly a real threat. Max Spooler's breakout run pushed the Turbo Titans to the top with a clean 50, and Lana Nitro stays dangerous at 24 points. The Nitro Sisters are right in the hunt. We go right into group number 4. Savannah Lux is back for the Throttle Queens, and she's feeling the pressure. Her teammate Lexi has already climbed the charts. Now it's Savannah's turn to keep the Queens in the title chase. Right behind her, it's Trey Torque Miller. He's back on the track for Muscle Mayhem. He's muscle, he's mayhem, he's momentum, and today, he's got his eyes on redemption. But lurking in the shadows, it's Jet Corbin. The Outlaws has slipped in the standings, but Jet knows how to cause chaos when it counts. And last up, Damon Torello for Furious Familia. Still at the bottom, but don't let those numbers fool you. This guy's got a chip on his shoulder and nothing to lose. And we head right to the grid. This is a rolling start here at the Big O. As they cross that start-finish line, the person in the pole position will get the green light and accelerate out of there. It's Savannah Lux in the Lamborghini Veneno, followed by Jet Corbin. It's Jet Corbin for Obsidian Outlaws. He is in that pure muscle car, but don't let that fool you. He's fast out there. Well, what else we know is fast? We know the Lamborghinis are fast on this track. Another Lamborghini leading the pack, that Veneno down across the finish line. That is Savannah Lux. That is the Throttle Queens. They are a force to be reckoned with here on the Big O and in this tournament in general. Savannah Lux leads the pack with 5. Damon Torello still bringing up the rear in the Dodge Charger. You hate to see that happen. We know there's a lot of muscle in that Charger, but that guy cannot get it together. Jet Corbin slides to the pole position, getting pushed by Damon Torello, the Lamborghini and the Dodge Charger on the outside. We have 3 American cars in this and 1 Lamborghini. What a combination. Jet Corbin, Savannah Lux, Damon Torello, and Trey Torque Miller, who's, I'm not really sure how he got his middle name, Torque. I guess new Chargers have their little torquey. Maybe not as much as the old Chargers. With they are. I don't know that. Do old muscle cars have more torque than new muscle cars? I don't even know. Anyways, tied with 8 points going into race number 3. Damon Torello moves to the pole position. Trey Torque Miller right behind him in that red Charger. Jet Corbin and Savannah Lux on the outside. The Lamborghini is going to have to put some work in as Savannah Lux, starts from the back. Trey Torque Miller slides in the inside of Jet Corbin. Now Trey is trying to make a pass on Damon Torello. Makes a successful pass on Damon Torello. And in the back, we have a little bit of a pileup between Jet Corbin and Savannah Lux. It looks like Savannah Lux was making a move on the inside of Jet Corbin. Was she able to get by? Yes, she's able to get by, and Jet Corbin brings up the rear for 1 point. Savannah Lux leads the pack with 10. Right behind is Trey Torque Miller and Jet Corbin not too far away. Damon Torello back with 6. He might be out of it for this one, folks, but still anyone's game. Trey Torque Miller out in the pole position. Savannah Lux right behind him. Something tells me Savannah Lux is going to be pushing on the back of Trey Miller's car. Trey Miller spins out immediately. Savannah Lux tries to take advantage, but it's getting passed by Damon Torello on the outside. What in the heck happened there? Damon makes a successful pass on Savannah. Trey out front. Here comes Damon. Look out. Damon's out of control. He's going too fast. He's drafting, he's drifting, and he's flipping upside down. Now he's on his lid. Can Savannah get by as they go down the final stretch? Over the jump they go. Across the finish line, it's a photo finish. Who won that? I believe it was Savannah by a bumper, but we shall see the replay, hopefully, if Jet Corbin ever makes his way down the track. Will we see that replay? Doesn't look like we're going to see a replay from there, folks. But yes, it's Savannah Lux that wins that battle, but Trey Torque Miller takes first. And we have a tie. What we're going to do next is we're going to add those points to the leaderboard. We'll show you the leaderboard, and then we'll have a race off between the two drivers who had a tie to see which one of those drivers makes it into the bonus round to earn some more points. Sable Quinn still leading the leaderboard, and Throttle Queens now bump their way back up by 4 points into the lead at the team standings for the season. All right, here we have a tiebreaker runoff. Faster car gets the inside lane, aka the person with the most points, aka the faster qualifier, and that is Savannah Lux in this situation. We're racing a one-and-done situation. Savannah Lux out front early, Trey Torque Miller falling behind. Lamborghinis are fast, but they don't like jumps. Here comes Trey Torque Miller on the outside. Savannah closes the door. They're side by side into turn number 3. Savannah spins around. It's not good position for Savannah in reverse with only one turn to go. As they come around the mountain, as she comes, wee-ha! Trey Torque Miller spins sideways. It's going to be a close race, but Savannah Lux holds on, and she will secure her spot in the bonus round. Wasting absolutely no time, we're going to head straight into the bonus round. It's Sable Quinn, who won group number 1. Followed by Winston Downs for Team Spoiler Alert, who won group number 2. 1 Lamborghini, 2 Lamborghini, 3 Lamborghini Skyline. Third up in this group is Ryan McConnor for Team Furious Familia driving the R34 Skyline. He won group number 3 and earned his spot in this bonus round. And last, we just saw a battle between Trey Torque Miller and Savannah Lux, both earning 13 points, but Savannah winning the race off to make her way into the bonus round. 3 Lamborghinis and 1 Skyline. Who are you rooting for? What team are you rooting for? What driver are you rooting for? The bonus round starts now. Again, the bonus round points won't actually go towards your season standings. However, the winner of this, with the most points, will win 2 bonus points for your driver standings and for your team standings. Sable Quinn out front early. Ryan McConnor right in her tail. Ryan McConnor trying to take the outside. Sable Quinn puts a block on him. Here comes Winston Downs, wasting no time, putting pressure. Oh, and here comes Savannah Lux on the inside, sliding inside of Winston Downs, trying to make a move on Ryan McConnor now. What a pile-up as across the finish line. It looks like Sable Quinn takes first, Ryan McConnor second, Winston Downs third, and Savannah brings up the rear in 4th place. They rotate 1 position clockwise. Ryan McConnor now gets his chance at the pole position. 3, 2, 1, go green. They're out of there for race number 2. Savannah Lux in the rear. She's hurting for some points since she got 4th place in the first race, but Ryan McConnor way out in front. The 3 Lamborghinis bringing up the rear. They're drafting off each other. Can they pull their stuff together and catch up to Ryan McConnor? Ryan McConnor way out in front. He's not even in the camera anymore. Sable Quinn and Winston Downs battling. Ryan flying out there, down across the finish line. He goes for 5 points in race number 2. We'll check out the standings here. It's Ryan McConnor out front early with 8 points. Sable Quinn right behind with 7. Winston Downs with 3. Savannah Lux with 4. Third race of the bonus round. Again, they rotate 1 position, and now we put Savannah Lux out there in the pole position. Winston Downs right behind it. It's those two's opportunity to put some more points on the board. Will we see any epic passes right here? First thing we see off the bat is Winston Downs putting a pass on Ryan McConnor and Sable Quinn taking the inside. Savannah Lux spins around backwards. The other 3 cars are now barreling down towards Savannah Lux. Winston Downs makes the pass on the inside. Ryan McConnor makes a pass back on Sable Quinn on the outside. What a move there by Ryan and Winston simultaneously down across the finish line. Winston takes 5 points. Ryan McConnor with 10. Winston with 8. Sable Quinn with 8. Still anyone's game here. Someone could wreck on one of these jumps, fly off the track, get a DNF. Who knows what might happen. But Winston Downs has his chance at the pole position right here. Sable Quinn right behind. Ryan McConnor, who's leading the points, starts in the back right, the position you do not want to be in when you are leading in points. Savannah Lux makes the pass on the inside of Sable Quinn. Winston Downs spins around backwards and looks dead in the eye of Savannah Lux. Now spins himself back around and puts a block on Savannah Lux. But Sable Quinn pushing. Now, whoa! Across the finish line, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out in front with the 5 points in the last round. It's Winston Downs takes the lead and the 2-point bonus round for Team Spoiler Alert. That moves Winston Downs up into a tie for first place with Sable Quinn for the driver standings. The battle is still tight at the front there, folks. Those 2 bonus points made all the difference and put him in contention for the Drivers' Championship. Let's take a look at the team standings. It's the Throttle Queens are dominating the leaderboard with 54 points. Turbo Titans, a crowd favorite, right behind with 50 points. Obsidian Outlaws a 49. Spoiler alert, jumping way up with those 2 extra bonus points, courtesy of Wingston Downs. Folks, it's still early in the season. It's only week 2 of 10. It's still anyone's game. Week 3 of the DIECAST Racing League is here, and it's all brought to you by our friends at racetrackprints.com. Whether you're a motorsports superfan or you just want to deck out your garage with some track-inspired style, Racetrack Prints has you covered. Want to check them out for yourself? Well, we have a link right down below in the video description. Go ahead and use code TTC for 15% off your order and get some awesome prints today. Now, after 2 weeks of racing, the standings are starting to take shape. Sable Quinn and Wingston Down are deadlocked at the top with 32 points each, while Rico Lagless and Savannah Lux are close behind. The top 8 is tighter than ever. Group 1 kicks off with Sable Quinn, ice cold, top of the leaderboard, and still not breaking a sweat. Lexi Voss brings the sharp turns and sharper instincts, keeping the Throttle Queens loyal. Max Spooler's back with Titan horsepower and turbo-sized ego, while Matteo Rinaldi lurks quietly in the shadows, waiting for his breakout moment. This is Group 1. Let's spice things up. We head right to the starting grid of week number 3 here in the DIECAST Racing League, and folks, you're in for a treat. We're doing some night racing this time. It's Sable Quinn out in the pole position. That is the front left spot. Lexi Voss to her right in that McLaren Speedtail. In the inside turn, Sable Quinn just behind Lexi Voss, but Sable Quinn is able to inch her out, and Matteo Rinaldi makes an epic move. Let's watch that in slow motion again, right as Lexi Voss spins around. Matteo Rinaldi makes the inside move, and now when Matteo Rinaldi spins around after trying to take a stab at Sable Quinn, down across the finish line, it's Sable Quinn for 5 points in race number 1. These cars are going to rotate 1 position clockwise back at the starting grid. It's Max Spooler and that R34 Skyline that slides into the pole position. Sable Quinn and Lexi Voss out to an early start, but here comes Max in the inside turn. Is he able to catch up? There are no jumps this time in the open circuit. The only obstacle is the absence of light. Down across the finish line, it's Sable Quinn taking race number 2. Max Spooler and Matteo Rinaldi and Lexi Voss, a close finish as they cross the finish line, but it looks like Lexi Voss won by a bumper. Out front early, it's Sable Quinn with 10 points, and the rest of the pack trailing behind with 4 points each. There you see that beautiful sign in the background, Shiny Track Cars and Race Track Prints. Again, we want to thank our amazing sponsor, Racetrack Prints, for sponsoring Season 1 of the DIECAST Racing League. Again, if you head down to the video description, we have a link in our bio where you can go over to the site and check out all the race-inspired prints. I personally ordered 6 prints for the inside the Tiny Track Cars studio, and I absolutely love them. Go ahead and use code TTC, and you will get 15% off your whole entire order. Forever. As many orders as you want. Just keep using TTC, and you'll keep getting 15% off. Again, thanks to racetrackprints.com for sponsoring this series. In race number 4 is Lexi Voss on the inside. Matteo Rinaldi trying to keep up, but losing pace behind. Sable Quinn trying to make a pass on Matteo Rinaldi, but doesn't look like she can get by. It's Lexi Voss down across the finish line, putting 5 points on the board for the Throttle Queens. And after 4 races, it looks like Sable Quinn will be heading to the bonus round after earning 13 points for herself. Sable Quinn dominates Group 1 and takes the top spot overall at 45 points and locks in the bonus round spot. Lexi Voss jumps to second with 37, while Max Spooler and Matteo Rinaldi slide into the top 8. Group 1 just shook up the front of the pack. Let's meet Group 2. First up, Wingston Downs. Yellow Lambo, arms crossed, no time for nonsense. This guy parks like he races, perfectly centered and slightly intimidating. Then there's Ryan McConnor, the furious Familia enforcer. He probably drove straight here from a street race. If he doesn't win, someone's getting headbutted in the paddock. Brody Slade in the Dark Horse Mustang rolls in next. All muscle, all attitude. This guy looks like he eats spark plugs for breakfast and uses gasoline as cologne. And last but not least, Nikhil Almaraz, Highline's smooth operator. He hasn't said a word all season, just quietly prepping tires and plotting your downfall. Group 2 is strapped in and ready. Let's get weird. Wings and Downs has the most points thus far, and he will start in the pole position. Ryan McConnor in the R34 Skyline to his right, and Ryan McConnor off to an early start, ahead by a bumper into turn number 3. He inches right ahead of Wings and Downs, but it's Brody Slade putting pressure on the back of Winston Downs. Down across the finish line they go. Ryan McConnor takes 5 points in race number 1, despite being in the disadvantaged lane, proving that R34, he is absolutely flying out there. That R34 is sick. They rotate one position clockwise. Winston Downs is now in front of Ryan McConnor. Winston Downs is gonna have to put some pedal to the metal, put his pedal to the metal. And speaking of metal, I don't know what metal has to do with him getting up on the curb, but he got up on the curb, almost slipped over, was able to recover, and down into this final stretch he goes across the finish line. Ryan McConnor bounces off the curb just a little bit, is able to hold on to it for second place. But it's 5 points for Winston Downs, now a tie for 8th place. Those two are going to have a battle to the end. Right behind is Brody Slade and Nico Almaraz bringing up the rear with 2 points, but Nico slides to the pole position. What can he do with Ryan McConnor pushing on his back bumper? Into turn number 2 they go. Brody Slade a little bit ahead, but Nico Almaraz is able to get by. Now Nico Almaraz is breaking free. 6, 7, 8 car lengths. Here comes the pack down to the finish line. 1, 2, 3, 4. What a close finish, folks. But Nico Almaraz takes his first win of this group and catches up to Brody Slade with 7 points. It's Winston Downs out front with 10. They rotate positions 1 spot again, and now it's Ryan McConnor out in the pole position. Can he hold off Winston Downs in that Lamborghini Huracan? We'll see right now. Into turn number 2 they go. They're pulling far ahead of the pack. Now Ryan McConnor putting gaps and gaps and gaps on Winston Downs. Can he hold it together down across the finish line? He does. Winston Downs does a tail slide across the berm and crosses the finish line for second. Who's going to move on to the bonus round? It's Ryan McConnor in the R34 Skyline. He will have a chance at those 2 bonus points. Let's add those points to the total here, and Ryan McConnor slides up into the 3rd place position, right behind Winston Downs. 5 points difference. Winston Downs ties Sable Quinn for 1st place in the tournament. What does that mean for overall points? It's still the Throttle Queens out front, Obsidian Outlaws right behind the Turbo Titans, now with 60 points, sitting in 3rd place spot. Group number 3 is built for drama. You've got Rico Laglas, the early season dominator, now trying to claw his way back to the top. Trey Torque Miller brings raw muscle and 0 subtlety. If the car doesn't win, the flex might. Jet Corbin rolls in with outlaw vengeance, quiet, gritty, and overdue for a breakout. And then there's Chase Vinton, the wild card. Spoiler alert, needs points, and Chase is just reckless enough to deliver them. For very different styles, one chaotic group, let's see who survives. And I want to take a moment to ask our viewers, ask our amazing audience here watching this video, let us know who your favorite team is down in the comments. Who are you rooting for here in Season 1? And also, if you want to see new teams, new styles, new stuff going on in Season number 2, give us some ideas. We're always reading the comments, and we want your feedback on these tournaments. All right, it's Trey Torque Miller out in front. Rico Laglas right behind him. Trey Torque Miller is not that fast on the Big O, but folks, when you hit the open circuit, Trey Torque Miller is hard to keep up with in that Dodge Charger. Rico Laglas falling right behind with 3 points for the Turbo Titans. They rotate 1 position clockwise. Rico Laglas now has the advantage on Trey Torque Miller because he is out in front. Jack Corbin holding up Chase Vinton just a little bit there in that muscle car. Those muscle cars are known to be a little top heavy, a little bit unstable here on the open circuit. Let's see if that holds true today for Jack Corbin, or if he can keep all 4 tires on the track. Down across the finish line they go. It's Trey Torque Miller inching ahead of Rico Laglas for the win in race number 2. Wow, what a finish there within inches right at the finish line. What a great move there by Trey Torque Miller. It's Jet Corbin and Chase Vinton now up front. Obsidian Outlaws are higher on the leaderboard than the Spoiler Alert. Can Jet Corbin inch out Chase Vinton with a little help from his friend, or not his friend, his foe? Jet Corbin was able to get pushed out in the front position, inching ahead of Chase Vinton and the rest of the pack, taking 5 points. And folks, let me tell you, Jet Corbin and the Obsidian Outlaws need that. Actually, the Obsidian Outlaws don't necessarily need it because Sable Quinn is absolutely crushing it out there, but Jet Corbin needs to pull his weight. And boy, it is a lot of weight. That Roadrunner is absolutely heavy out there, outweighing any of these cars by 1,000+ pounds. He's got to incorporate some carbon fiber on that turd. Down across the finish line, Trey Torque Miller takes his third win of this group and will move on to the bonus round with 17 points and an attempt at getting 2 more points on the board. Trey Torque Miller looking like in a really good position, moves into the 3rd place spot, but his teammate Brody Slade is still not in the top 8. Muscle Mayhem is now in contention for the team championship, but Brody Slade needs to get his act together. Muscle Mayhem sits in the 3rd spot, right behind the Turbo Titans and the Obsidian Outlaws. Let's go ahead and meet group number 4. Group number 4 is giving main character energy and probably some sibling rivalry too. Savannah Lux is back with championship vibes and glitter-coated grudge. She's fast, fierce, and fully prepared to crash your leaderboard. Lana Nitro is here to win, again, cool under pressure, and just enough sparkle to make it look easy. Roxy Nitro, on the other hand, chaos in heels. If Lana's the scalpel, Roxy is the chainsaw, and we love her for it. Then there's Damon Torello, the underdog, the bruiser, the don't count me out yet guy. He may be in last place, but he's got plot twists written all over him. Ladies and gentlemen, that is group number 4, and we're going to head straight to the starting grid. Savannah Lux in the Lamborghini Veneno over there in the left front lane. That is your pole position. Lana Nitro in the WRX STI to her right and inches out Savannah Lux. Savannah Lux spins just sideways a little bit. What a crazy move there. Maybe some interrupted air there, some dirty air causing a little bit of a traction issue. But down across the finish line they go. Savannah Lux almost beating out Lana Nitro, but looks like she falls behind by a few feet, maybe a few inches, maybe a few horsehairs. I don't know. Lana Nitro takes 5 points in race number 1. We know that Subaru WRX STI is fast in the open circuit. That car handles really well and whips around these turns. Can the Lamborghini Veneno of Savannah Lux keep up and take on Lana Nitro? Not Lexi. Lexi's Savannah's partner. This is Lana Nitro, and she's with the Nitro Sisters, and she is a force to be reckoned with out here on the open circuit. Down across the finish line in reverse, it's Savannah Lux, Lexi Nitro, Roxy Nitro, and then there's Damon Torello in the back, really needing to pick up the pace. He's got 2 points. He is not repping the Furious Familia team very well at all. Ryan McConnor, his teammate, is absolutely holding all the weight. He's carrying Damon Torello on his shoulders, which is a sight to be seen if you ever watched Fast and Furious. Up on his lid, he stays on the track. Is he going to be able to hold on to it? He does a 50-50 grind in his hood. If there was a jump there, he would have taken the jump on his roof. But it's Roxy Nitro, who desperately needs points for the Nitro Sisters. Down across the finish line with 5 points. And here comes Lana Nitro, barely making it across the finish line. And it looks like Damon Torello will get a DN off after spinning over onto his hood, sliding down the track, and does not. He waxes his head because of the lack of hair, but he doesn't wax the roof of his car. Maybe he should put some of that wax under the car. We would have slid down the finish line. All right, Lana Nitro slides in the pole position. She will inch way out in front because Damon Torello is the slowest car on the track right now, unfortunately, in that Dodge Charger. But the battle right here is Savannah Lux. Oh my gosh, Lana Nitro spins over on a roof, down across the finish line. They are in a big bunch, but it looks like Lana Nitro was able to hold on to it. Savannah Lux in second place. Lana Nitro with that last win does take 15 points and earns herself a position in the bonus round. Let's take a look at those scores. Lana Nitro moves up into the 7th place position. It's Damon Torello still far back in the driver's standings. He is most likely not going to be the champion of this season. Throttle Queen's still out in front by 8 points into the next round. Who is going to pick up the 2 bonus points and move their team further up in the team standings as well as move themselves up in the driver's standings? And folks, it's the bonus round brought to you by RacetrackPrints.com. Hey, there's a link down in the video description. Go to RacetrackPrints.com and buy some cool stuff for your walls. I got a bunch of it, and I'm going to get some more soon. They actually do custom. I'm going to use this opportunity to say they also do custom artwork. So if you have a local track, you can actually submit it to them, and they make the track and make it into artwork for you so you can get it and hang it on your wall. So keep those tracks alive. Head on over to RacetrackPrints.com and get yourself some awesome wall art. All right, we're going to head right to the starting grid of this bonus round. We have some amazing fast cars on the grid. Lana Nitro there, Trey Torque Miller, Ryan McConnor, and Sable Quinn. Sable Quinn and the Assidian Outlaws are leading the pack. The rest have something to prove here in the bonus round. Sable Quinn in the pole position, getting pushed by Trey Torque Miller. That Dodge Charger again is extremely fast here in the open circuit, but so is Lana Nitro. But Sable Quinn has been super consistent. She is across the finish line with no competition, no one even in sight. Puts 5 points on the board early. Unfortunately, Ryan McConnor falls back to the last place position for the Furious Familia. His chance of winning his bonus points are slowly slipping away. Trey Torque Miller moves into the pole position. Ryan McConnor and Sable Quinn surge ahead early and get that early start. But here comes Trey Torque Miller into turn number 2, getting the lead on Sable Quinn. I'm not sure what is going on with the Dodge Charger. It's slow off the line, but is extremely fast here in the turns on the open circuit. He takes 5 points in race number 2 and ties Sable Quinn with 8 points. The other 2 drivers are down there with 3 points and really have something to prove. Lana Nitro slides into the pole position. I don't know if she's going to be fast enough to get ahead of Trey Torque Miller in that Dodge Charger for Team Muscle Mayhem. And that's just the case. Team Muscle Mayhem taking the lead. Trey Torque Miller putting some points on the board for Muscle Mayhem. His teammate Brody Slade really needs to pick up the pace if Team Muscle Mayhem, American favorite here in the tournament, wants the chance at winning the team championship. Trey Torque Miller out front with 13 points, but he will slide to the back row of this last group. He's got Lana Nitro in his way, and Ryan McConnor has got the open track to do anything he wants. Will he capitalize on that for Team Turbo Titans in the R34 Skyline? On the inside, it's Lana Nitro, not Lexi Voss. Lana Nitro, pink, purple. Who's to say what's these colors? I don't even know. Lana Nitro down across the finish line for first place. She was going to need those points, but it's not enough. Trey Torque Miller gets the bonus points for Team Muscle Mayhem and himself on the driver's standings and the team leaderboards. Those 2 bonus points move Trey Torque Miller into 3rd place, breaking the tie with him and Savannah Lux, and he is now on the podium position. What does that mean for the team standings? Let's see if Trey Torque Miller's 2 bonus points moved the Muscle Mayhem any further up on the leaderboard. As we wrap up week number 3 of season 1 of the DIECAST Racing League, I want to thank you for watching and thank you for being an epic fan here at Tiny Track Cars. It's week number 4, and we're back at the Big O, the oval that makes heroes, heartbreak, and highlight reels. 4 groups, 4 heats, and this week, everything changes at top speed. This episode of the DIECAST Racing League is brought to you by RacetrackPrince.com. Heck, they sponsor the whole darn tournament. Thank you so much to RacetrackPrince.com. They're your go-to for motorsports-inspired wall art. Use code TTC at checkout for 15% off. Check out the link in the video description and rep your favorite track and style. Group 1 is stacked. We've got Sable Quinn, tied for first overall, ice in her veins, and absolutely no interest in making friends. Then it's Rico Legless, sitting at 40 points and probably still mad he's not in the top anymore. And just to make things spicy, his Turbo Titan teammate Max Spooler is right here too, which means this group could double as a team meeting or a turf war. And then there's Matteo Rinaldi, cool, quiet, calculating. He's not here for the drama, but if he plays this right, he could sneak into the top 5 while everyone else is busy bumping doors. Rivalries, teammates, title leaders, it's all here in group number 1, and it's about to get messy. In just a moment, we'll head right to the starting line of the Big O. If you're not familiar with the format of the Big O, these drivers do 2 laps around the track every single heat. They will race a total of 4 heats, rotating positions each and every heat, and at the end of 4, the driver with the most points will head to the bonus round for a chance to win 2 extra bonus points for themselves in the Drivers' Championship and for their team. It's Sable Quinn out early. We saw her 2 weeks ago on this track with jumps, perfectly balanced out there. No one could keep up with her in that beautiful Lamborghini. Here in the back, it's a battle between Rico Legless and Matteo Rinaldi. The battle winner of that is Rico Legless, but it's up front. Sable Queen, who takes 5 points in race number 1. Look at that, dual Turbo Titans. Which Turbo Titan will come out victorious in this group, or will they work together to take down Matteo Rinaldi and Sable Queen? They're staggered in the front. Max Spooler front left, Rico Legless back right. The Bugatti we know has top speed and is better on this track than it is on the Tiny Track Cars open circuit. When Matteo Rinaldi gets tied up with Sable Queen just a little bit, drafting and trying to slingshot his way around the outside of Max Spooler. Down into the last turn they go, across the finish line. What a close race between the first three. Enrico Laglas, what are you doing back there? Max Spooler moves into the first place spot with 8 points. Sable Queen right behind with a whopping 7. This is a rolling start here. These drivers will roll and then go green as they cross the start-finish line. They're green, green, green. And Matteo Rinaldi is out in front. Enrico Laglas right behind. Something's happening to Max Spooler. He is back there holding up Sable Quinn. Sable Quinn on the inside of Max Spooler, making moves out there. Now Max Spooler trying to come back on Sable Quinn because Rico Laglas is blocking, trying to let Max Spooler around the outside, playing some extra creative teamwork here. Is it going to work out for them? We find out. It's Matteo Rinaldi across the finish line. Rico Laglas in reverse, pulling a Speedball Herman out there. If you're not familiar with the Speedball Herman, go watch our Big O Baja. He drove in reverse the whole entire time. Three-way tie for first place with 9 points. Wow, this one's going to come down to a very close finish here. Rico Laglas now has his chance at the pole position. Sable Queen right behind. Can Matteo Rinaldi get by on the outside with that speed of that Bugatti Bolide? The Bugatti pushes his way in between. Nope, he does. He pushes his way in between Sable Queen and Rico Laglas. But the move is in the back. Watch Max Spooler spin around Sable Queen. Spooler takes off towards Matteo Rinaldi. Rico Laglas in reverse again. I'm not sure if those RX-7 spin as fast in reverse as they do forward, but it looks like it doesn't matter. He puts 5 points on the board and 5 more points for himself and the Turbo Titans. And folks, I said it in the beginning, while other ones are beating and bagging out front, Matteo Rinaldi squeaks by and sends himself into that bonus round position. We add those points to the driver standings. Remember, these points are only current to right now, and we still have 3 more groups of racing, and their points will be added to this standing as well. Same goes for the team standings here. We've added the points for the drivers in this race, but 3 more groups will go. That's why the Turbo Titans launched themselves up to first place, because they have 2 drivers in that first group. And we're on to group number 2, and this lineup looks like the cast of a reality show called Fast, Furious, and Emotionally Unavailable. Winston Downs showed up 3 hours early, waxed his car in the pit lane, and told the other drivers, just try and keep up. He's not racing, he's auditioning for a cologne ad called Victory Sweat. Ryan McConnor? Dude's been furious since birth. Rumor is, his bedtime story was just the Tokyo Drift script read extremely aggressively. Brody Slade enters like a guy who once lost a bar fight to a vending machine. He's got a strong jaw and a heavier foot, and zero concern for body panels. And then there's Nico Amaraz, the quiet genius who hasn't said a word all season but is 100% building a track-dominating algorithm in his glove box. If this group doesn't end its sparks, sabotage, and unexpected alliance, I'll be shocked. They go green for race number 1. It's Winston Downs and the Lamborghini out front. We've seen those Lamborghinis absolutely fly out here on the Big O. Last race we had on this track with the jumps, 3 Lamborghinis made it to the bonus round. Which Lamborghini didn't make it to the bonus round this time? Sable Quinn in group number 1. But let's hope Winston Downs has better luck out there. Winston Downs crosses the finish line for 5 points. Ryan McConnor right behind with 3. Because the point system here is 5 for first, 3 for second, 2 for third, and if you get 4th, you only get 1. And if you don't finish, you get 0. They rotate 1 position clockwise. It's Brody Slade's turn in the pole position. He is holding up Nico Amaraz. On the outside, we see Winston Downs and Ryan McConnor making their move. They're not even side by side with the 2 inside lane cars. They are far out in front. Winston Downs absolutely putting on a clinic out there, flying way ahead of Ryan McConnor. No one is even near him. He was a full straightaway away from everybody, and he even started from the outside lane. Winston Downs takes his second win and 10 points thus far in group number 2. Again, these points will be added to their season total. So the more points you score in these heats, the more you move up in the season. It's a cumulative points across 10 weeks in season number 1 of the DIECAST Racing League. Nico Almaraz thinks that Ryan McConnor wants to pass on the outside, so he moves to the right, gets spun around. Brody Slade trying to make a move on the inside. Winston Downs trying to make a move on Brody Slade, but gets blocked. Now they're back to the same exact order they started. Winston Downs is now last place, despite being the fastest car on the track. But he's still ahead with 11 points because he took 2 for first places and 10 points in race 1 and 2. All right, back to the starting line to go. They rotated positions again, and now it's Ryan McConnor's chance at the pole position. Winston Downs right behind him. Those two absolutely left the other two in the dust again. But the real question is, can Ryan McConnor hold off Winston Downs as they go into the second lap of this Big O circuit? Winston Downs on the outside, around the corner he goes, and Winston Downs by 1/2 of a car. Across the finish line he goes. What an absolute finish. Bumps off Ryan McConnor's door and crosses the finish line to put a third win on the board, and 16 points he will send himself to the bonus round. We're going to add these points to the total leaderboards here as we watch an amazing, awesome, cool, slow-motion replay in the background of probably one of the coolest, best races we've seen yet on the Big O. Too bad we can't actually see it back there, but you can imagine how cool it is. Turbo Titan's still in the lead despite adding Winston Downs points to this team standings. Winston Downs' teammate Chase Vinton will have a chance at adding more points to their score and moving them up on the leaderboard. Group 4 pulls up like a fever dream you had after chugging race fuel. Craig Torque Miller is here. All adrenaline and bicep flexes. He probably bench presses his car to the starting grid. Lana Nitro shows up with sunglasses on indoors and absolutely no interest in your opinion. She's clinical, confident, and probably already picked out her celebration pose. Jet Corbin's rocking that silent outlaw energy. No trash talk, no nonsense, just a simmering rage that's definitely going to hit someone's rear bumper. And then there's Chase Vinton, who may or may not be high on octane fumes. Nobody really knows. But when he's on, he moves like a fast ghost on roller skates. Confused? So is he. 4 cars, 1 bonus spot, 4 personalities that definitely shouldn't be in the same group chat. Let's light the fuse. And giggity giggity, they're out of there for race number 1. Trey Torque Miller is in the pole position, getting ready to go over the jumps. Just kidding, there's no jumps. This is the standard Big O. This is the OG Big O. Thank you, Spoolheads, for this amazing designed track. If you guys want, head on over to spoolheads.com, use code TTC, and get some percentage off. I think it's 5. Get 5% off your order with code TTC at spoolheads.com. Let's watch those moves by Lana Nitro. Jet Corbin sliding sideways, trying to put a block on Lana because Lana is fast. Lana is, might I say, furious. No, that's trademarked. I can't say that. But it's close. Jet Corbin, Chase Vinton, and Lana Nitro across the finish line. Chase Vinton brings up the rear with his spoiler following behind. They rotate 1 position clockwise. They're going to roll, start down across in front of the grandstands. As they cross the start-finish line, they go green. They are out of there. Now it's Jet Corbin and that Plymouth Roadrunner out in front. Beautiful orange stripe down the center. But he can't keep that thing straight. I don't know what he's looking at. He spins around backwards, gets spun back around. Does not get spun back around. He does not get spun back around. But I did see Trey Torque Miller make a pass on Chase Vinton. Also, Lana Nitro in the back makes a pass on Chase Vinton. And then, oh my gosh, Lana Nitro tries to make an epic drifting pass on the inside of Trey Torque Miller, is unsuccessful. But still, what a crazy move there by Lana Nitro, trying to put the hurt on the Miller man himself. The Miller man. Is that... Look at it, everybody. It's Miller time. Wait, that's also trademarked. Dang it. Chase Vinton in the pole position. Can the 2 on the outside get by him? Jet Corbin does squeeze by him. Chase Vinton spins sideways and blocks Lana Nitro and Trey Torque Miller. And looking good for Jet Corbin and the Obsidian Outlaws. Finally, Jet Corbin is pulling his weight. Sable Queen is absolutely struggling there at the top of the leaderboard, trying to get Jet to put some points on the board for Team Obsidian Outlaws. It's Jet Corbin with 13 points leading this group. Is he going to be able to hold on to that lead? He slides to the back right position, which is the lane you don't want to be in if you want to win a race. The faster of the 2 cars, I believe, Lana Nitro and Trey Miller on the inside. Chase Vinton still I'm not sure what Chase Vinton's doing, but he gets a little bump by Jet Corbin. Watch this little bump action right here. Bump, but what we're really looking at is Trey Torque Miller sliding directly on the inside. Lana Nitro is trying to block Chase Vinton on the outside, and Trey Torque Miller slingshotted himself right on the inside. He looks like he's going to take 5 more points in this one, bouncing off the sidewall down across the finish line. Trey Torque Miller puts 5 more points on the leaderboard. And what does that mean? There is a new leader of this group. Wrong. It's Trey Torque Miller with 15 points and heading into the bonus round. What a great comeback there by Trey Miller. Jet Corbin was out in front. However, Trey Miller with 59 points is now in second place position in the driver standings. Also helps out Team Muscle Mayhem as they climb, well, as they're still in the second spot, but they're tied with the Turbo Titans. The team drama is heating up out here. Where's your team? Let me know in the comments. Where does your team stand right now in the standings? Who are you rooting for? Is it a driver? Is it a team? Is it a car? Why are you rooting for who you're rooting for? Let me know. Group 5 is rolling in hot. 2 queens, 1 chaos agent, and a guy who's still trying to find the gas pedal. Savannah Lux is smooth, fast, and currently driving like she's got a crown to defend. Lexi Voss, ice cold and dialed in. She doesn't flinch, she just wins. Roxy Nitro enters like a glitter bomb with no safety pin. She's unpredictable, unstable, and absolutely electric. And Damon Torello, still in last place, but hey, someone's got to hold the clipboard, right? Let's see if this group brings the heat or just burns the place down. We're going to head right to the start line, but I wanted to take a second and say thank you again to our sponsor. Since we had it 1 second here, we're going to plug them. RacetrackPrints.com for all your amazing racetrack art needs. Go to RacetrackPrints.com and use code TTC and get 15% off those amazing prints of your favorite racetracks. All right, it's Savannah Lux out front in that Lamborghini Veneno. Lexi Voss, her teammate, right behind her. Those cars are absolutely flying out there. Bringing up the rear, it's Roxy Nitro and Damon Torello. They are not looking so good in the back, but the beautiful purple Soup cars are looking good. Team Throttle Queens is known for their supercars. Every single season, they will be driving supercars, most likely purple, because that is their brand. Lexi Voss and Savannah Lux take spots 1 and 2 and move ahead of the pack here. Speaking of moving ahead of the pack, they are on the outside now, and they are again moving ahead of the pack. Savannah Lux is out front. Lexi Voss also gets ahead of Roxy Nitro and Damon Torello out back again. They're going to break away. It's Savannah Lux way out in front. Roxy Nitro coming up on the back side of that McLaren Speedtail. Can she catch up to Lexi Voss? Down across the finish line they go. It's 1-2 for the Throttle Queens again, putting more points on the board and widening the gap in this group. It looks like right now one of the Throttle Queens will be moving on to the bonus round, but yet we do not know. Anything can happen when the Throttle Queens move to the back of the pack and Damon Torello gets in the way. We could have a DNF, or we can have an AF, all finish. That's a made-up word in the DIECAST Racing. No one says everyone finished. Damon Torello out in front. We pan to the back where the real action is. It's Roxy Nitro and Savannah Lux battling it out. Savannah Lux having a hard time getting around Roxy Nitro. She pushes to the outside. Roxy Nitro spins around, and Savannah still cannot get by that beautiful pink Scion. FC? F, what is that thing? Scion FR? It's a BRZ, kind of. Savannah Lux out front with 11 points. It's looking good for her, but her teammate, Lexi Voss, right out in front. I mean, right behind her for the lead. And guess who has the pole position? It's Lexi Voss. If Lexi Voss gets first place and Savannah Lux gets second place, that might end up in a tie. But who's going to disrupt that tie? Here comes Damon Torello trying to put some action in this group. Oh, Savannah Lux almost gets passed by Damon Torello, but Damon is unable to get by as he drives up on the curb. Bouncing around there in that Dodge Charger. He is absolutely all over the road. While the Throttle Queens are in reverse, they're holding off Damon Torello, and Roxy Nitro is nowhere to be found. Lexi Voss takes the win. Savannah Lux right behind Roxy Nitro, bringing up the back of the pack. And we do, folks, we do have a tie for first place between the two Throttle Queens, Savannah Lux and Lexi Voss. They're going to do a race-off, and since Savannah Lux, we'll see that in a second, the race-off, Savannah Lux is ahead in points and has a faster time. She will take the inside lane. It's going to be a one-and-done scenario here. One race. Winner will move on to the bonus round. It doesn't matter. It will matter for the Drivers' Championship, but for the Team Championship, one of those Throttle Queens still has the opportunity to put 2 more bonus points and widen their lead in this tournament. Savannah Lux on the inside. Lexi Voss on the outside. Bonino has been incredibly fast here on the Big O, and she is showing it right now. She slides to the outside and then back to the inside. Lexi Voss has been fast, but is nowhere in sight. When Savannah Lux has clean air and no one around, she is an absolute monster out there, sliding her way into the last turn, down across the finish line. No contest whatsoever for her teammate Lexi Voss. She will move on to the bonus round and earn her spot to earn 2 more points in this tournament. And it's time for the bonus round, folks, and these 4 drivers have earned their place in this group. It's Matteo Rinaldi, Winston Downs for Team Spoiler Alert, Trey Torque Miller, still holding that engine block, and it looks like some sort of transaxle attached to it. And then, for the Throttle Queens, it's Savannah Lux coming in the 4th place. She is fast in that purple Bonino. Who you're rooting for in this bonus round? The bonus round winner won't earn the points from the finishes, but they will earn 2 points for themselves and 2 points for the teams that they drive for in the overall season standings. And folks, I want to tell you, the Throttle Queens are looking good out there. They are pulling ahead just a little bit. Go, girls, go. But Savannah Lux is going to have her work cut out for her, folks, because we have seen some fast cars in this track. These 3 being some of them, Matteo Rinaldi in that Bugatti, Trey Torque Miller in that Dodge Charger, and then there's Winston Downs in that beautiful Lamborghini Huracan. Matteo Rinaldi in race number 1, out front early. We finished 1, 2, 3, 4 with a good gap in between those cars. 5 points for Matteo, 3 for Trey, 2 for Winston Downs, and last place, but not least, don't leave her out, it's Savannah Lux. They rotate 1 position on the starting grid. They have a rolling start down towards the start-finish line. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. They're green and out of there. It's Trey Torque Miller in the pole position. His opportunity to earn 5 points in this race. Savannah Lux slides sideways and Matteo Rinaldi makes an epic move on the outside. Winston Downs trying to follow Matteo Rinaldi, but is unable to get by. Matteo spins around. Here comes Savannah Lux, but it's Trey Torque Miller who's able to hold the pole position all the way around 2 laps of the Big O and put 5 points on the board, bringing him to 8 points, tied with Matteo Rinaldi for the lead in this bonus round. Once we launch our DIECAST Racing League Fantasy League, this will be the round that determines the top 4 finishers in which you will earn points. So this is the round you really want to root for your car if they made it so you earn points in the DIECAST Fantasy League once that app is launched on our website, tinytrackcars.com. Don't worry, we'll announce it everywhere. You'll know once it's ready. Down across the finish line, what a close finish. Savannah Lux in reverse. Trey Torque Miller, did he get by? It looks like Trey Torque Miller did inch by. We'll see as we verify on the scorecard. Yes, Trey Torque Miller by inches. Inches by Savannah Lux. That's what you do by inches. You inch by. All right. Here we go into race number 4. This one determines it all, but looking good for Trey Torque Miller. He's out in front, but he's in the back right of the pack. That is the back position. He needs to finish this race in order to have any chance at getting those bonus points. Winston Downs out front. Trey Torque Miller making the move on Savannah Lux. This is the Trey Miller show, ladies and gentlemen. He is making moves out there, mostly moves on Savannah Lux. Hey, she's married, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be making moves on her. It's Trey Torque Miller out front with 15 points. He will put 2 points on the board for himself, and he will put 2 points on the board for the Muscle Mayhem. We tally up the points there and show you the leaderboards thus far in the season. Who are you rooting for here in the DIECAST Racing League, folks? Welcome back to Tiny Track Cars and the DIECAST Racing League, where the turns are tight, the egos are tighter, and the leaderboard, yeah, it's pretty much a full-blown traffic jam at the top. Just a quick pit stop for our sponsor, RacetrackPrints.com, the ultimate wall art for motorsports fans. Whether you're into F1, NASCAR, short track shenanigans, or even rally, these prints bring speed to your space. Hit the link in the description and use TTC for 15% off your order. We've got Winston Downs and Trey Torque Miller locked in a high-stakes staring contest at 61 points. Savannah Lux and Sable Quinn are creeping up fast, while the midfield's turning into a demolition derby between Rico, Lexi, Lana, Nitro, and Max. And yep, Damon Torello is still holding down 16th place like it's his job. And hold up, group number 1 is pulling up and things are heating up. Winston Downs tied for the top spot with Trey Miller. Every point counts now and he knows it. Expect zero mercy. Ryan McConnor just outside the top 5. He's not here to make friends, he's here to leapfrog Rico and Sable Quinn. Max Spooler sitting mid-pack with the Turbo Titans in striking distance of a top 3 team spot. Every move is a strategic one. And Roxy Nitro climbing fast from the back half. She's got unfinished business and a chip the size of this track. These 4 amazing, outrageous, crazy drivers head to the start line of the starting grid. We have a slightly different track format here today. We take one laned 90 turn and then it opens to open track. And look out, baby, it is anyone's game. There's jumps in the track. It's Ryan McConnor out in front early in that R34 Skyline. Nobody even in sight. Winston Downs not using his downforce the way he should. He's driving in reverse. Ryan McConnor sideways. Winston Downs slides into him and in reverse across the finish line. Max Spooler brings up the rear of the pack. We're only one race in and the action is crazy out there, folks. Watch that finish as he spins across after getting hit by Winston Downs. We do have some safety fences on that finish line jump because things were getting out of control. You will see that that safety fence is going to save some lives, but no, nobody is out of the clearing yet. And hey, did you guys have a chance to find Popcorn Pete? He's hiding somewhere around the track. Popcorn Pete will move from week to week, and it's your guys' opportunity, your guys' challenge, your guys' duty to find where Popcorn Pete is on the track and let me know. I don't know where he's at. The guy's crazy. He climbs on stuff, he jumps around, he's all over the place. Winston Downs across the finish line. Ryan McConnor sideways. Max Spooler getting a little nose heavy but is able to hold it together. We have a gridlock tie for first place between Winston Downs and Ryan McConnor at 8 points. These drivers rotate one car clockwise. Roxy Nitro on the left outside, Max Spooler on the inside. It is Max Spooler's time to shine right here. Winston Downs tries to make the early pass on Roxy Nitro, sliding inside to the second place spot. Roxy Nitro fighting back, but is unable to get by Winston Downs, and Ryan McConnor makes a pass on Roxy Nitro when she's not even looking. She was watching Winston Downs, and she just lost the spot. She is back there in fourth. Down across the finish line, Max Spooler does a little toe touch, nose touch against that railing, and somebody, it looks like Megan the reporter, got a little bit of car to the face. She goes flying, bounces off somebody, and oh my gosh, there is injury in the pits. No fatalities, folks. These are only figurines. They're not real people. This is diecast racing with toys. There's no fatality button. There's just stand the people back up and head back to the starting line. It's Roxy Nitro's chance out front. Max Spooler is able to slide in the second place spot. Those cars not getting a lot of air out of that jump. But where is Roxy Nitro? Where did she go? Did she fly off the track? Roxy Nitro is on her lid. Where did she even come from? She gets passed as they cross the finish line by Max Spooler. What exactly happened right there? I don't even know what happened to Roxy Nitro. I think she might have flown off the track and landed back on the track and then made her way back down on her roof because she was actually missing from that frame right there. And there's no way she'd have went out in front that early. I don't know what happened to Roxy Nitro, but she finished. Good for her. She put some more points on the board. We'll take a look at the overall standings here, and then we'll head right into group number 2 introductions. All right, it's group 2. They are on deck, and things are getting spicy. Trey Torque Miller tied for the first spot and not looking to share. He's here to claim sole ownership of that top spot. Rico Lagless, his team's within podium range, and he's been too quiet lately. Expect a loud comeback out of that man right there. Jet Corbin over there in the Roadrunner. He's still deep in the midfield, but he's the wild card. When he's fast, he's a missile. And last, but not least, one of my favorite teams from Team Hyperline, it's Nico Almaraz. Calm, calculated, and quietly creeping up. Don't blink. He'll pass you before you know he's even there. There's a top spot in the line. The pressure's building. This group might just tear up the track. Let's head to the starting grid. They are ready to go. Don't mind my reflection in the glass back there. We got to work on that for the next race. Maybe put a window covering on that window. I told you, Nico, look at that move right there. Inside of Rico, inside of Jet Corbin. That McLaren P1 absolutely flying out there. Jet Corbin doesn't even know what to do. He just flips over onto his lid. Good thing he waxed it because he might make his way all the way down the track. We'll find out right now. That's a lot of track to make up on your roof. Trey Torque Miller, speaking of roof, he's on his roof over the jump. He gets some massive air over the jump. Here comes Nico Almaraz in reverse across the finish line. And oh no! Team Turbo Titans, who is in striking distance for the podium, gets a DNF. That point loss is going to hurt them there. Rico Laglas gets a DNF. Jet Corbin also gets a DNF. It looks like Jet Corbin may have held up Rico Laglas because Rico was still on his rubber. Rico Rubba. He was still trying to fight out there, but he did not make it down the track around Jet Corbin. Rico Laglas slides to the pole position. There is Trey Torque Miller trying to fight it off with Nico Almaraz. Over the jump they go. Jet Corbin makes a move on Nico in the back, but it's all the Rico show. We can't have Nico and Rico in the same group. It's a tongue twister, let me tell you. Off the side barrier, Rico goes, and oh my gosh, what an absolute thunder bomb. I don't know what a thunder bomb is, but holy cannoli. Those people just got taken out. The Advan flag falls over, and this guy over here is still trying to change the tire on the Advan Evo. Dude, call 911. There's people bleeding right behind you. With 8 points, Trey Torque Miller is out in front, but he's going to be in the back left lane, which is the worst lane to be in. But he's going to push Jet Corbin. He's going to try to jock for position. Rico Laglas gets in between him. Nico Almaraz way out in front. There goes Nico. We're going to look at that in the crazy cam we have here that we didn't use very much because I was in the frame and it's hard to keyframe it out, so we didn't use that camera a lot. But we saw Rico Laglas make an epic move there on Jet Corbin. Down across the finish line it goes. Rico making moves, but it's Nico that takes first place in race number 3 and moves up to tie with 9 points. It's one race to go. Who's going to win this group and move on to the bonus round for a chance to win 2 extra points for themselves and yes, their team as well. Again, thanks. I just saw that sign in the background. Huge thanks to RacetrackPrince.com. They sponsored this whole entire season. Yes, the qualifying video, and then all 10 weeks of the season. So you're going to hear me talking about RacetrackPrince.com throughout this whole entire season, folks. If you don't know who RacetrackPrince.com is, you do now, because I just told you. Head on over to RacetrackPrince.com. They make amazing artwork. So if you're a car lover, if you love motorsports, legit, you're going to be blown away by their website. I went with the canvas prints with the wooden frames around them, and holy crap, the quality is insane. I got 6 tracks. I got the Nürburgring. I got Circuit of the Americas. I got Laguna Seca. I got Spa. I got Phillips Island, and I got Silverstone. And folks, I'm going to get some more when the opportunity comes. There's going to be more and more tracks added to their website every single week. They're designing tracks, and hey, you can even get a track designed. So if you have a hometown track that you want that's not on the website, contact them. They will design it for you, and then you can order prints of it. It's absolutely mind-blowing. They are absolutely amazing for sponsoring this tournament. And heck, even if they didn't sponsor the tournament, I was going to order them for my wall. They did send them to me for free, but I was going to order them anyways. So go to RacetrackPrince.com. All right, enough with the darn sponsor. We're going to head right into group number 3. It's Savannah Lux, it's Lexi Voss, it's Matteo Rinaldi, and Chase Vinton, who's still looks like he's eating a candy bar or smoking a finger. I don't know what he's doing. It's something red. Maybe it's a Pez. He's eating Pez out of his Santa Claus Pez machine. Race number 1, they're out of there. Savannah Lux leads the pack. Matteo Rinaldi in the Bugatti Bolide slides into the second place position. Lexi Voss fighting with Matteo back there as they enter the third turn, fourth turn. I don't know how many turns on this track. We added a 90 at the top, and that threw off my whole calculation. So I should just calculate how many turns there were, plus 1. I don't know. But it's Savannah Lux in first place after 1 race. She is in points contention for the top of the whole entire tournament standings. And the Throttle Queens are absolutely crushing it out there. The Throttle Queens being Lexi Voss and Savannah Lexi Voss and Savannah Lux right there in those 2 purple hypercars out in front. That's the team motto. They like purple. They like hypercars. You'll always see them driving purple hypercars throughout every season of the DIECAST Racing League. And yes, folks, you will be able to vote on drivers and you will be able to vote on teams. This season, we had 12 teams enter the tournament. Only 8 made the tournament after qualifying. And yes, next season, you'll be able to submit your recommendations for team names and driver names, and you can even kind of submit a persona of what that team is like the Muscle Mayhem. They're a bunch of meatheads. Savannah Lux and Lexi Voss are pretty throttle queens. Every team will have its own little energy and its own little persona, and you will be able to shape the future of tiny track cars in the DIECAST Racing League. How cool is that? All right, down across the finish line they go. Savannah Lux in reverse in that Lamborghini Veneno. She is out front with 11 points despite coming in last place in race number 3. Race number 4, they rotate 1 position clockwise again and head back to the starting line. Savannah Lux on the outside lane at a disadvantage. Matteo Rinaldi in the inside pole position. But Savannah Lux tries to pull ahead. Matteo Rinaldi puts on the block. Chase Vinton gives Savannah a little boosty boost and pushes her out in the first place position. And then Chase Vinton falls all the way back to last, getting passed by Matteo Rinaldi and Lexi Voss. Bounces off the barrier. Chase Vinton is able to recover just a little bit and passes Savannah Lux there at the end last turn. Savannah Lux brings up the rear in that McLaren Speedtail. Put them fastest in the wrong syllable. Nice job. It's Savannah Lux that goes into the bonus round to earn 2 more points, maybe. Those 4 drivers get their points added to the driver standings and the team standings, and Trey Miller is out front, Winks and Downs right behind, Savannah Lux close in 3rd place, and yet there's still 4 more cars to come in group number 4. And yes, now is the time. Group number 4 is here, and it's got a little bit of everything and a whole lot of Damon. Sable Quinn, ice cold and dangerously close to falling out of the top 5. She needs the rebound, and she knows it. Lana Nitro, fast, fierce, and laser focused. The Nitro sisters are on the rise, and Lana's not letting up now. Brody Slade, pure horsepower and chaos. He's climbing the standings, 1 shoulder check at a time. And Damon Torello, oh boy, he's still in last place. But listen, he's due. Maybe. Possibly. Possibly not. But we're all rooting for a miracle, right? Let's see if this group rewrites the standings or just sets the track on fire. Again, just like every group, this group will have 1 top person, top dog, top points person that will go to the bonus round for a chance to earn 2 more points. It's Sable Queen. I almost said Savannah, but it's Sable. It's Sable Queen in the Lamborghini out in front. Lana Nitro right behind. Look out, that's a rally car as she goes over the jump. You know what's not a rally car? Brody's face in that Mustang. I've never seen a Mustang rally car. If you have, drop it in the comments. Send me a picture. Don't use AI either. Damon Torello finishes and takes out a person, but he was on his roof. But he got a point. Woo! Damon, go. Yeah, Damon, go. Go, Damon, go. Furious Familia, you guys need to get it together. Ryan McConnor's pulling the weight. Damon, you're a big, meaty guy. Get your butt in gear. Woo, there he is. A little launch off the line. Brody Slade gives him a little push there, but it's Lana Nitro out in front. Damon does a little bit of slide in that first turn there, and then gets, jackhammered. He gets, I don't even know what that's called. Sandwiched, squished, squashed, and flipped upside down by a Lamborghini and an STI, and then pounded by Brody Slade. This guy can't get a break, but hey, maybe Brody's going to give him across the finish line. Here we go. We check it out. Down across the finish line they go. Lana Nitro spins over. Over the jump they go. Who's going to take the win? I don't even know who got... Oh, and there's a photographer down. Holy cannoli. Let's take a closer look at that. Here we go. Did Damon get it? Or did Brody pass him? Damon was able to hold out for 3rd place despite being on his roof. Brody Slade takes 4th place. They head back to the starting line, folks. This is actually Damon's time to shine right here in the pole position. He's out front of Lana Nitro. But folks, when you give Damon a push, he gets going a little too fast in that Charger, and anything is bound to happen. Sable Quinn coming up right behind Lana Nitro, drafting off of her, launching down the track. There he goes. Oh my gosh, Damon Torello, too fast, over the jump and off. Whoa, oh my gosh. Get a medical crew out there. I'm not sure if that man is okay. He landed, maybe the driver's okay. He's got the Hans device and a roll cage, but the people he landed on, oh my gosh, here comes the matchbox Park Ranger, National Parks Medical Service, and Damon's getting loaded into the back of that car, and they're going to take him to the local hospital to see if he is okay. He gets no points for that attempt at a race, whatever it's called. He was out front for a little bit. Go Damon, go, but Go Damon go right off the track and slaughtered a few people. He slides to the back position. It looks like he is okay. The medical crew took care of him. He's back at the starting line. And folks, what really blows me away is Damon Torello has literally fallen off the track 40 times in this season, and yet he hasn't bent an axle yet on that car. So that's saying something. Sable Quinn passes Brody Slade in reverse, takes off in the Lamborghini, throws it in the third reverse gear. But here comes Brody Slade as she's maxing out those reverse gears. Brody Slade coming in hot, but it isn't enough for Sable Quinn. And then Lana Nitro is unable to pass Damon Torello, whatever his name is, as across the finish line. Sable Quinn and the Lamborghini. Man, these Lamborghinis are absolutely dominating out here. Sable Quinn moves to the bonus round, and she moves up into 4th place with that amazing performance in group number 4. Trey Miller still out in front, Winston Downs right behind, and yes, it's Damon Torello bringing up the rear of the pack. Throttle Queen slowly pulling ahead of the pack. They have 131 season points. Close behind, well, not close behind, 118 points are Obsidian Outlaws. And folks, before we go into the bonus round, we have to find our 4th driver for the bonus round. In group number 1, we had a 3-way tie between these drivers, Winston Downs, Ryan McConnor, and Max Spooler. So they will run a 3-race-off, rotating 1 position clockwise every single time. The point system will be 3 for first, 2 for second, and 1 for third place. And if you get a DNF, it's 0. And Winston Down takes first and 3 points in the first race. Let's take a look at that scorecard, which we knocked the 4th race off, so it was visually appealing for my amazing fans who watch tiny track cars. Because who wants to see a 4th column that isn't actually part of this tiebreaker event? Max Spooler's chance at the pole position. Winston Downs right in his tail. Winston Downs pushing really hard, trying to make the inside pass. Bumps off his bumper. Almost spins out and gives Ryan McConnor that position. Down across the finish line they go. Max Spooler takes 3. Ryan McConnor is on his roof. If he can't finish, he's going to lose some points, but he finishes on his roof. We're going to need to see some action right here in race number 3. We need to see some passes. We do not want a 3-way tie again. Someone has to make a move. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Winston? Is it going to be Ryan? Or is it going to be Mr. Max? Mad Max, are you going to make a move? R34 on R34 action. Lamborghini in the back. Max Spooler slides to the inside, 2nd place position. Over the jump they go. Winston Downs loses a little bit of traction from the downforce he lost because of the unclean air from Max Spooler going over the jump. Down across the finish line, 1, 2, 3. I don't think anyone made a pass. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Oh gosh, I'm not going to say that number. Each one of them got some points and they ended up in a tie that I won't say. So guess what? They're going to run 3 more races in the same format. One of these drivers has got to make a move. Someone's got to make an oopsie eventually, and when the person capitalizes on it, they are going to be the one that heads to the bonus round. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Ryan? Is it going to be... Oh, Max Spooler passes Ryan McConnor. He moves up a point. As long as he can hold out for 2 more races, it's going to be Max Spooler moving on to the bonus round. Ryan McConnor crosses the finish line in 3rd place. That was his chance to get 2nd, but he gave up that 2nd place spot to Max Spooler. Winston Downs takes 3 points in that first race. Boom! Good job, Winston. Now it's Max Spooler's chance at the inside, front lane. He's the one that made the move. Will he be able to hold off Winston Downs and Ryan McConnor? These cars are pretty evenly matched, almost glued together as they go over the first rally jump. Winston Downs tries to make a pass. Ryan McConnor on the inside of Winston Downs. That is the move we like to see for a champion. Max Spooler out in front, but Ryan McConnor right behind. Can Ryan McConnor make another move on on Max Spooler? No, Max Spooler takes out a lady, just barely. I think there was no contact. It was just the air. He got a little too close, and the air blew her over. Max Spooler with 5, Winston Downs with 4, and Ryan McConnor with 3 points back there. Unfortunately, Ryan McConnor got passed and then earned a point back by passing Winston Downs. But what's going to happen right here in the 3rd and final race? Ryan McConnor out in front. It's his time to earn 3. Max Spooler trying to fight off Winston Downs. Winston Downs gives Max Spooler a little bit of boost. He's right on Ryan McConnor's tail. Down across the finish line. They are so close. Holy cannoli. I don't think there was a gap between those 3 drivers. And folks, with 7 points, and he earned it. It's Max Spooler heading to the bonus round for the Turbo Titans. And welcome to the bonus round, everybody, where the stakes are high and the vibes are unhinged. Max Spooler squeaks his way in by the skin of his spoiler. He's either going to shock everybody or spin out spectacularly. Trey Torque-Miller has been lifting trophies in his mind since Tuesday. Now he wants those extra points to match. Savannah Lux is locked in, fast, flawless, and probably already planning her podium pose. Sable Quinn rounds it out, the Ice Queen herself, calm under pressure and ready to remind everyone she's always in the mix. Only one gets the points. Let the chaos commence. Again, it's 2 points that these drivers will be fighting for, and who do you think will get it? We have Trey Torque-Miller in the red car, Max Spooler in the red car, Savannah Lux in the purple Lamborghini Veneno, and Sable Quinn back there in that beautiful black Lamborghini. Trey Torque-Miller trying to make a pass in reverse. What a crazy man he is. It's Max Spooler across the finish line for 4 points in the first race, man. He takes 4 points, 5 points. Who was that said 4? We don't do that point system anymore, not in the DIECAST Racing League. Trey Miller slides to the pole position. Savannah Lux in the far back left. Max Spooler pushing on Trey Miller just a little bit. It's Sable Quinn who's able to slide into the second spot from the outside lane, and she's putting pressure on Trey Torque-Miller. Down in the last turn they go. She pushes off Trey to try to get him to wreck. It's unsuccessful. Trey takes 5 points in first place in race number 2. Can someone dust that Evo? That Evo's got dust all over it, man. It just sits there and gets dusty. Can someone clean my cars off? Hey, man, clean my car. I'll give you a $5. Savannah Lux is in the left lane. Sable Quinn in the right lane. Trey Torque-Miller slides in for second place. What a great move he made there. 1, 2, 3, real close as they go down the track. Speaking of track, Spoolheads. Spoolheads.com if you want to get some of this amazing track and build your own epic raceway just like Tiny Track Cars open circuit like this. And if you also use code TTC at Spoolheads.com, you get 5% off your order? Yeah, 5%. So go do it. If you're buying anything, just use TTC and you get 5% off your order. You're welcome. Savannah Lux out in front. Sable Quinn inches into second. Every point counts in the bonus round. Well, actually, it doesn't. Well, it does. It doesn't. These points don't actually count, but the winner of this bonus round will get 2 points for themselves and their team, respectively. It's Savannah Lux across the finish line, Sable Quinn, and then Trey Torque-Miller bringing up the rear. What does that mean for the score here of the beautiful bonus round? It's Sable Queen earning 2 points for the Obsidian Outlaws. We'll total up the points for you here and bring up the driver's standings right now. And folks, yes, it's Trey Torque-Miller still out in front with 75 points. Winston Downs right behind with 73. Sable Quinn also earning herself those 2 bonus points and tying for second place with Winston Downs. It's a close battle for the top still. And head on over to the team side. The team side, not so close. Throttle Queens are pulling away. Welcome back to Tiny Track Cars. After 5 weeks of chaos, Trey Miller leads the drivers with 75 points, but Winston and Sable are breathing down his neck. On the team side, the Throttle Queens are flexing hard up top with 131 points, but the battle is tight behind them. This week's episode is powered by RacetrackPrints.com, the ultimate wall art for motorsports fans. Whether you're into F1, IndyCar, or classic circuits, Racetrack Prints turns your favorite track into gallery-worthy art. Check out the promo code in the video description for 15% off your order. So here's how today's team relay works. Each team gets 2 full runs. Driver 1 starts at the top half, and at the midpoint, they trigger their teammate on the bottom half. We take the better time of the 2 runs for scoring, and after every team has raced, the teams will be awarded the points based on the scorecard showed on the screen. But there's more. The top 2 teams will move on to a bonus round showdown, a head-to-head best-of-3 races, where the winning team grabs 2 bonus points and each driver gets 1 extra bonus point in the season standings. Let's do this. The first team to tackle the track is Team Hyperline. It's Nico Almaraz being the first driver down the track to catapult his teammate Matteo Rinaldi to the bottom of the finish line. Race number 1, we're going to put a time on the board. Let's see what they run. And race number 1 ends in a catastrophe. Matteo Rinaldi smashes into people at the finish line, rolls over, and slides his way across the finish, putting a 17.866 time on the board. But the time is irrelevant because there's people on the track face down, butt up. Someone's got to get out there and help that guy. They switch positions. Matteo Rinaldi at the top. He's looking faster at the top than Nico Almaraz ever was in the last run. He catapults Nico Almaraz. Nico Almaraz can't control the speed, slides off the track. Down he goes. This is not going to be a very fast run, folks. And after the first run where Matteo Rinaldi went off the track, this is not good for Team Hyperline and the points that they are going to earn, or lack thereof points. They are sitting in the first place spot, but I don't think that will last very long. Let's hop over to the next team. The next team is a Furious Familia. It's Ryan McConnor and Damon Torello, R34 Skyline, Dodge Charger. Let's see what this fast group can do. They head to the starting line. It is Brian in his R34 leading. Ryan. That is not Brian. That is Ryan McConnor, not Brian O'Connor. Not to be confused. He catapults Damon Torello down the track in the Charger. Torello looking really good. Down across the finish line, over the jump he goes, landing smooth with a 15.366. What a respectable time there from Team Furious Familia. They switch place positions. Damon Torello's turn at the top. He's flying into turn number 2, and now he's flying off the track. That's not going to be good for them. At least they put a good time into race number 1. They are going to move into the first place in the leaderboard above Team Hyperline. And there's a look at Ryan O'Connor down there at the Racetrack Prince mid-track catapulting inertia transfer device that we've concocted to launch the second car down the track after the first car stops. Race number 3, team number 3, group number 3, awesome pink group number 3 is the Nitro Sisters. Alana Nitro takes the lead at the top of the track. Roxy Nitro sitting patiently mid-track for her teammate to catapult her down to the finish line. Alana Nitro into the racetrackprince.com inertia transfer device. And Roxy Nitro, down she goes, off the track again, just like Matteo Rinaldi. She keeps it on her wheels, but the same people look like they're injured down there at the finish line. But the race must go on, folks. Roxy Nitro heads back to the top of the track, and now it's her chance to launch her teammate, Lana Nitro, at the midpoint, down the track towards the finish line. What kind of time the Nitro Sisters put on the scoreboard? STI does a little drift there over the jump, clean down across the finish line at 16.866. A good time, but not enough to compete with a Furious Familia. Nitro Sisters slide right into spot number 2. That puts them in a good spot to earn some decent points this week in the DIECAST Racing League. The next team is the spoiler alert, Chase Vinton in the Pagani Zonda R and Winston Downs in the Lamborghini Huracan. Who will start out first at the top? It's Winston Downs in the Lamborghini. He is fast in this dual lane section of the TTC open circuit. He tags his teammate Chase Vinton in the Zonda R. Doesn't look like he's going too fast. He's having some trouble getting some traction down there, but he's able to hook up. Down across the finish line he goes. That's a 17.566. That is not going to be enough to move them ahead of the Nitro Sisters, but I believe that does put them ahead of Team Hyperline already. Chase Vinton's turn at the top portion of the track. He tags his teammate. Again, not a very good transition there. I'm not sure if those hypercars are just not transferring that weight good enough, but down across the finish line they go for a 17.8. They will take their first time and head to the leaderboard, and we see the updated standings there. Team Spoiler Alert slides in right in front of Hyperline for the third place position, but yet there's still 4 teams to go. And one of those 4 teams is a Turbo Titans, Max Spooler and Rico Laglas, R34 Skyline, and Mazda RX-7. Max Spooler spooling up that turbo at the top of the track to take race number 1, run number 1. Down the track he goes, 2 180-degree turns, launching Rico Laglas. A great transfer of speed to Rico Laglas. Can Rico Laglas finish like Max Spooler started them? A clean run with a 16.266 time for the Turbo Titans. Now Rico Laglas takes his turn at the first position. He's going to tag Max Spooler and see what Max Spooler can do down in the open track portion of this Tiny Track Cars open circuit. Oh no, Max Spooler spins out. Now he's in reverse. What can he do in reverse? Over the jump he goes. Oh, hits some people. Those people need to back up. That's the third time they've been hit. This is not a casualty-free race. We might need to put some safety fences down there after that jump as we come into the finish line, folks, because these people are really getting clobbered. The Turbo Titans with a 16.266 slide into the third place position. And now it's Team Muscle Mayhem. Trey Miller, who is leading this season points right now, and his teammate Brody Slade in that Dark Horse Mustang. I think Trey Miller will start at the top of the track first and tag his teammate down at the bottom. Oh, look in the background. That's a beautiful sign. TTC and RacetrackPrints.com. Again, thank you for Racetrack Prints for sponsoring this whole entire season of the DIECAST Racing League. If you want some epic art for your walls, head over to RacetrackPrints.com, order your favorite print, or you can get a custom one made. They will design your favorite track for you, and then you can order that design. It's absolutely amazing. RacetrackPrints.com, use code TTC for 15% off your entire order. All orders. Your first one, your second one, your third one, any order, 15% off. Trey Miller heading down the bottom portion of the track. He's going to come into the finish line over the jump. He's looking straight as an arrow out there, a 16.233. That is a very respectable time, and that puts them, because of their first run of a 15.666, in second place right behind Team Furious Familia. Will anyone else be able to keep up with those two teams? Sable Quinn, we know, is fast. Jet Corbin has struggled here on the open circuit to keep all four tires on the ground. Let's see if that holds true here in Week 6 of the DIECAST Racing League. Season 1, folks. You will see some of these teams competing in the qualifying for Season 2, and also our fans will have the opportunity to vote in their favorite team into Season number 2. New teams will emerge. Old teams will come back. Rivalries will still exist. The action is heating up here in the Tiny Track Cars DIECAST Racing League. Decent run for the Obsidian Outlaws in race number 1. They are not going to take spot 1 or 2 with that run, but that will put them in position to get some decent points here in this week number 6 event. And folks, hang in there. After all 8 runs, we are going to do a head-to-head battle at the end. Head-to-head, 2 teams running, best of 3, 2 teams on the track, 2 tag team turtles. I don't know why turtles was mentioned. There's no turtles. Maybe the Turbo Titans should come back as the Turbo Turtles if they don't win. We'll call them the Turbo Turtles. All right, Throttle Queens, we have Lexi Voss and Savannah Lux. They are out front in the point standings for the team. They need this event to keep their momentum going. Speaking of momentum, these are all gravity-fed cars. They need momentum. Lexi Voss gains momentum and smashes into the barrier and launches the Savannah Lux. Maybe we should change their names. Not so many Lexis and Lanas and Savannahs and Luxes and all those other things. 15.8 second run for them. That puts them mid-pack on the leaderboard. Not astronomically awesome, but here is their second number run. It's Savannah Lux launching Lexi Voss. Lexi Voss in the open track. She's been good in the open track. Will she do good right here down across the finish line jump? Straight across the finish line for a 16.7. They will take their first run, which is a 15-second run, and that puts them in a third place position. It's Team Furious Familia and Team Muscle Mayhem who will go to the bonus round, but first we'll update our season points and take a look at who's ahead. Each team earned their points, and each driver earned half of the team points. It looks like Trey Miller is still out front with 88 points, Savannah Lux right behind, and Sable Quinn right on Savannah Lux's tail. Muscle Mayhem slowly gaining on the Throttle Queens after week number 6 of the DIECAST Racing League. We still have many weeks to go, 4 to be exact, and it's still anyone's game. All right, folks, here's the bonus round. We have Team Furious Familia in the close lane, the Muscle Mayhem in the far lane. It is Trey Torque Miller ahead of Ryan O'Connor. Now it's Brody Slade ahead of Damon Torello. Brody Slade down the track. Damon catching up fast. Into the last turn they go. Down over the jump they go. Over the jump, and yes! It's Brody Slade crossing the finish line first. No times in this event, folks. It's just the winner of the best of 3 will get 2 bonus points for their team and 1 bonus point for each driver. Oh no, Damon Torello flies off the track and ruins his opportunity for the Furious Familia to even win this event or even come close. They're going to hand it over to the Muscle Mayhem and Muscle Mayhem will take 2 extra bonus points for the season. Brody Slade and Trey Miller will get 1 bonus point each for each driver, and that moves Trey Miller way out in front in the points, and that moves Brody Slade tied with Matteo Rinaldi for the 11th place position over there in the driver standings. Team standings, that moves the Muscle Mayhem 1 point closer to the Throttle Queens. Welcome back to Season 1 of the DIECAST Racing League, brought to you by RaceTrackPrince.com, the ultimate wallet for motorsports fans, whether you're into F1, IndyCar, rally, classic circuits, basically anything you want, even drag racing. They turn your favorite tracks into gallery-worthy art. Head on over to RaceTrackPrince.com and use code TTC for 15% off. We're into week number 7, and the Throttle Queens are out top for the teams, and Trey Torque Miller is dominating for the Drivers' Championship. Can Muscle Mayhem catch up to Throttle Queens? We find out right now as we hit the Tiny Track Cars Open Circuit. In spot number 1, it is the points leader in this Season 1 thus far, Trey Torque Miller in that Dodge Charger. Second, in a Lamborghini Huracan, for Team Spoiler Alert, it's Winston Downs. Next up for the Turbo Titans, the faster, I don't know about the faster of the 2 Turbo Titans, but it is Max Spooler for the R34 Skyline for the Turbo Titans. And last but not least, Trey Torque's protege, Trey Torque's buddy, Trey Torque's pal, and his teammate, Brody Slade in the Dark Horse Mustang, slanging those rims and tires around. To the starting line for race number 1 we go, and they're out of their Winston Downs in the front inside lane. It's Trey Torque Miller in that far line looking like he is giving up pole position to Winston Downs. Not looking so hot out there for Trey Torque Miller in race number 1. He's got to get those wheels warmed up, those tires warmed up, and he will be coming back, I'm sure. We have a jump close to the finish line, and there's no safety fences. What could go wrong? Race number 1, the Skyline. Max Spooler bounces off the grandstands. I'm not sure how that man is still standing, sitting, whatever he's doing, but we did have someone tip over. I hope they're okay. Let's get the medical crew down there and check them out. We might have to install safety fences along this finish line area if these drivers are going to get wild and crazy like that and not keep it under control. The last thing we want here at the Tiny Track Cars Open Circuit is fatalities. Max Spooler first over the jump, Brody Slade right behind. Trey Torque Miller getting tangled up with his teammate Brody Slade. Oh no, Max Spooler rolls over on the jumps. The second jump, there's 3 jumps in this thing. Brody Slade gets by, Trey Torque Miller gets by, and I think at the very last second, Winston Downs also squeezes by Max Spooler right at the finish line. Max going from 1st to 4th, but yet he did finish on his roof, so there's that. All right, they re-rack for the next race. Max Spooler takes the front right position, Brody Slade on the outside. Something's happening with Trey Torque Miller this race. He is not looking like his normal Trey Torque Miller self in the open circuit, which just launches himself down the track. He's not looking like that. R34 over the jump again, the second jump again. Down across the finish line jump, he goes, takes 5 points in this race. Then Brody Slade, then Winston Downs, and then Trey Torque Miller bringing up the rear of the pack and 1 point. Every point matters here in the Drivers' Championship. He is out in front, and he is grasping onto every point he can to stay out in front in the points leaderboard. Winston Downs, who is very close to him in the points leaderboard, I believe Winston Downs was in the 4th or 5th spot, climbing quickly as he put some points on the board with that Lamborghini Huracan. Brody Slade right in his tail, but it's Max Spooler spinning around, throwing it in reverse, pulling the school of driving from Brian O'Connor. Wrong Skyline, but we'll call it that. He's going to make a pass on Brody Slade in reverse. Down over the finish line dip and approaching the finish line jump is Winston Downs. Will he be able to hold on to it down across the finish line? We check this out right now. He goes across the finish line smooth. Here comes Max Spooler in reverse. Look out. Brody Slade across for 3rd, and Trey Torque Miller again across for 4th place and 1 point. That is the worst performance we've seen from Trey Miller this entire season, folks. Does that put Team Muscle Mayhem in danger for not moving up and not catching the Throttle Queens? With that performance from Winston Downs, which will also put him in the bonus round, he moves within 1 point of Trey Torque Miller for the driver's standings for the whole entire season. And that moves Muscle Mayhem up into 1st spot for the season team standings. Because as we know, Brody Slade and Trey Torque Miller did run in that one, so they got double points, and the Throttle Queens have not earned points yet. Speaking of the Throttle Queens, it's Savannah Lux, currently holding the second place position prior to this week. Then it's Team Furious Familia, Ryan O'Connor, looking good out there in the R34 Skyline. Jet Corbin representing the Obsidian Outlaws, wants to put some more points on the board and climb the leaderboard. And then there's the Undercat, the underdog, whatever she is, Roxy Nitro from the Nitro Sisters, trying to grasp on for some more points and help her teammate Lana climb the leaderboard. And I don't think she's out of contention for the points driver standings, but she might be able to team up with her teammate Lana and put in a podium position for the Nitro Sisters. Savannah Lux out front early. We know she's fast in that Lamborghini Veneno, but that R34 Skyline from Brian O'Connor has also been extremely quick here on the open circuit. Roxy Nitro spins around in reverse and pushes her way, bullies her way right past Ryan O'Connor, getting a bump and assist by Jet Corbin. Jet Corbin, not a smart move, buddy. You just spun out and lost some momentum yourself. Down across the finish line, it's Savannah Lux, Roxy Nitro. Here comes Ryan O'Connor. Everyone's in reverse, and then there's Jet Corbin. Thanks for joining us, Jet. Looking like a parked jet. A jet without fuel. A Jetson. I don't know. He looks good out there. That car looks good. I love the Obsidian Outlaws all blacked out. Race number 2, Jet Corbin slides to the pole position, but it is Savannah Lux getting pushed by Ryan O'Connor. Roxy Nitro spins on her roof. Jet Corbin's on his roof. We almost have 3 cars down, but Savannah Lux is able to drive away, and Ryan O'Connor is able to drive away. Can Roxy or Jet slide on their roofs all the way down across the finish line? Here comes Jet, slides to a screeching halt in the last turn, doesn't make it down that last ramp, and no chance at crossing the finish line. Savannah Lux out front with 10 points. She's looking good in this pack. It might be her chance to move to that bonus round to try to earn 2 more points and creep up towards Trey Torque Miller in the Drivers' Championship points. And Winks and Downs for that matter, because Winks and Downs has moved into the second place position. Savannah Lux trying to get by to put those points on the board and move up the leaderboard, but she's getting stuck behind Jet Corbin. Can she make the pass on the inside? She tries to make the move in the background there, spins out, takes 4th place in this race. It's Roxy Nitro that holds on to first place, and boy, she needs it. 8 points for her, 8 points for Ryan O'Connor, and out front is Savannah Lux. Lexi Lux. Lexi's her teammate. 4th and final race for this group. Again, they will rotate 1 position clockwise every single race, so everyone has a chance at the pole position in the front rows, and everyone has a chance at the back rows. Roxy Nitro blowing it over the jump. She's on her roof. Ryan O'Connor looking great out there. It's the Ryan O'Connor show, folks. Let's watch that full replay again. Roxy Nitro spins around. Looks like Savannah Lux pushes her way by on the inside there, outside of that turn, whichever way you want to look at it, the closest to the frame. Can Savannah Lux chase down Ryan O'Connor? Into the last turn they go. Into the dip and across the jump. Ryan O'Connor across for first place and 5 points, but I don't think that's going to be enough to move him ahead of Savannah Lux and go to the bonus round. We'll check out the scores right now. It looks like by 1 point, Savannah Lux will be joining Winks and Downs in the bonus round at the end of this video. Folks, if you're not familiar, these cars will run 4 groups, and the winner from each group will head to a bonus round at the end of the video where 4 cars will battle it out for the chance to earn 2 extra bonus points for themselves and for their team for the season standings. Now, after one of the Throttle Queens put some points on the board, the Throttle Queens do move back into the first place position for the team standings and pull away just a little bit further from the Muscle Mayhem. The second Obsidian Outlaw, it's Sable Quinn in the Lamborghini. The second Nitro sister, it's Roxy. And then both of the Team Hyperline drivers, Matteo Rinaldi and Nico Almaraz, going to try to take on these 2 beautiful ladies, Sable Queen and Lana Nitro, right here in group number 3. Will the Bugatti and the McLaren have enough to take on the Subaru and the Lamborghini? We know that Subaru STI is fast on the open circuit. Sable Quinn has been consistent throughout this entire season. It's time for Matteo Rinaldi and Rico Almaraz to put some points on the board. They are falling behind in this entire season. Matteo Rinaldi in the Bugatti has been the faster driver, but anything can happen. Nico could pull something out of his boot, his racing boot. Sable Quinn down into the last turn. Lana Nitro right behind Matteo Rinaldi. That's a close race between the 4 of them. Congratulations for all 4 of them for getting across the finish line. And also, take a look at that scoreboard. We have the TTC logo on the left and then the Racetrack Prince logo on the right. Take a look at that wall. We have the TTC logo and Racetrack Prince logo right there. Thanks to Racetrack Prince for sponsoring this entire season. Folks, even if you don't, just take a minute after the video or pause the video, head over to racetrackprince.com. If you're too lazy to type the URL in your navigator thing, your browser, go to the video description, click the link that I put down there, just click on that, and then go to the website and use code TTC off your order. They have amazing products over there. They have a canvas, a stretch canvas, and then a canvas wrapped in a beautiful wood frame. I went for the wood frame ones because I think it adds an amazing look to the Tiny Track Cars studio here, right in the front room where the open circuit sits. And if you look just closely, you see them out of frame right above the frame there. They are above the cases. I have 6 beautiful prints from racetrackprince.com. So again, if you're into motorsports and love tracks, go to racetrackprince.com. You can even order your own custom track. All right, enough about Racetrack Prince. Let's head back to the racing. It's Sable Quinn in reverse and Nico Almaraz in reverse. Nico Almaraz doing better than Sable in reverse, but it's Nico's partner Matteo who's drifting into the last turn. Down the finish line dip and across the finish line for 5 points for Team Hyperline, 3 points for Nico Almaraz and Team Hyperline. They grab 8 points just in that run alone. Matteo Rinaldi looking the best in this group. Will he be able to hold on to it, or will Sable Quinn pull off an amazing win right here and catch up to Matteo Rinaldi in this group and head to the bonus round? The last thing we need is another Lamborghini in the bonus round. It looks like it might be Matteo Rinaldi as long as he can keep this sucker on the track and Sable Quinn doesn't move too far forward. I'm not good at adding points. I need my calculator before I can actually calculate who wins this round and moves to the bonus round. But we will see in the scorecard. Oh, Nico Almaraz pulls a dirty move on Sable Quinn, giving her the bump. Is he able to capitalize on it after she spins out? No, he does not and does not pass. Sable Quinn takes second place, earns herself 12 total points, but it's Matteo Rinaldi with 13 points in this group, moving himself and his bad Bugatti right to the bonus round. Savannah Lux out front with 99 points. Trey Miller right behind with 97. Winston Downs and Sable Quinn right in their tail with 96, tied for third place. They got to break that tie before the end of the season, folks. We can't have 4 people on the podium, only 3. Throttle Queen's out front with 171, and we head into the next group, and it's Lexi Voss going to be putting more points on the scoreboard for the Throttle Queens, hopefully in that beautiful McLaren Speedtail. For the Turbo Titans, Max Spooler's teammate, Rico Laglis, and then RX-7, he will be fighting for points. Chase Vinton still just hanging out with his Pagani Zonda R. Spoiler alert, is not out of it altogether, folks, but they are not in the top running. Anything can happen. We still have 3 this week and then 2 more weeks after this of this Season 1, brought to you by RacetrackPrince.com. Damon Trello, we know, who's not done well at all in this tournament, and he is not good at all on the open circuit. Dodge Charger was not the right choice of cars for him in this tournament. And again, we see why. Because he lands on the jump and spins over, and we cameras focusing right to Rico Laglis. We don't want to see this stuff happening in the back. In case anyone gets injured, we'll just cut the Rico Laglis here and watch him finish the race and earn 5 points in the first of a race to group number 4. Right behind him is Lexi Voss. Chase Vinton. Oh my gosh, Chase Vinton slides off the track. I'm not sure if he crossed the finish line. Let's slow it down for you. Take a look again. It looks like the judges say he tilted off the track and no tires, no part of that car crossed the finish line plane. He receives a DNF despite making it all the way down the track. Who didn't make it down the track? Damon Torello in his Dodge Charger. He flipped over and did not wax his hood. Lexi Voss out in front. Damon Torello flies off the track. Maybe he'll fly off the track and land across the finish line and take first, and we'll call it a shortcut. We'll see where he landed once we pan the camera down following these cars. Lexi Voss into the second to last turn. Over the jump she goes. Takes the turn. No one in sight. Chase Vinton behind the Zonda R. Lexi Voss across the finish line. Did she pull a Chase Vinton? Chase Vinton slides in sideways. Let's slow it down again for you. I'm not sure if Lexi Voss crossed the finish line or not. Looks like her back right tire. She hits that ramp and pops herself back up onto the track and is able to save 5 points in first place. She almost pulls as Chase Vinton and jumps her way off the track, earning no points, but she didn't. She got 5. 5 whole points, which is a lot, especially when the Throttle Queens are fighting for that first place position, and Lexi Voss trying to keep up with her teammate Savannah Lux. Oh no, Damon Trillo flops over, lands in the opposite lane, gets in Chase Vinton's way. Chase Vinton gets passed by Lexi Nitro, but then Chase Vinton passes back in reverse. Holy cannoli. So much to unpack here, but what's not to unpack is Rico Lagos way out in front, not getting tied up in this at all. Watch that. Lexi Voss passes Chase Vinton right there. Chase Vinton pushes his way back through not only Lexi Voss, but on the inside is Damon Torillo. Now Chase Vinton is holding the second place position, and Lexi Voss looks like she might get stuck. Hopefully she doesn't get stuck back there, and if she's able to get by and get 2 points, it looks like she's able to work her way loose down across the finish line, even in reverse, even in forward, not in reverse. Congratulations. Lexi Voss is in the running for the bonus point round, but it's Rico Lagos with 12 points, ahead by 2. And Rico Lagos slides into the pole position. It's looking good for him as long as he can hold off Lexi Voss right behind. Damon Trillo keeps it on the track. Over the jump he goes. Is Damon Trillo going to put some points on the board here? Look at him, folks. When he can keep that Charger on the track and going straight, he is an absolute force to be reckoned with out there. Too bad he can't keep it. Oh, speaking of that, he tries to jump that. Oh, whoa. Tries to jump that thing right off the track. Lexi Voss joins in the chaos. So many people injured. That he didn't even try to keep that thing on the track. All 3 of the front drivers jumped off that side of the track and potentially injured people. We'll have the medical crew check that out. But it's Rico Lagos who will move to the bonus round. What a diverse bonus round we have this week, my friends. Driver standings, it's still Savannah Lux out front, Trey Torque Miller right behind, Winston Downs and Sable Quinn tied for 3rd, and then Ryan McConnor close behind. He's still in striking distance. Anything can happen in the next 2 events. Next week, we have the Big O, and out front by almost 20 points, it's the Throttle Queens. Savannah Lux is in this bonus group. She's going to try to put 2 more points on the board for the Throttle Queens. Winston Downs, Matteo Rinaldi, and Rico Lagos joining her from the Spoiler Alert, Team Hyperline, and the Turbo Titans trying to fight their way back in this bonus round. Again, these drivers will score 5-3-2-1 as they finish the races, but those points won't go to the season total. However, each driver will be having the chance to earn 2 bonus points for themselves and their team in the season standings. Without further ado, we head right to the finish line. That's the start line. The finish line is where they're heading. And who's going to get there first? We don't know. Savannah Lux out front by a car, but Winston Down takes the inside at Savannah Lux. 2 Lamborghinis, a Bugatti, and an RX-7. Lamborghinis have dominated this entire season thus far. They're looking to get out there. The only one in their way is Trey Torque Miller in that Charger. Oh, Savannah Lux tries to drive up on top of Winston Downs. Winston Downs making the front of that Lamborghini like a ramp, trying to launch Savannah Lux off into the stands to cause some casualties, but is unsuccessful. Only one person lost their kneecap. Race number 2, they're out of there. Savannah Lux falls behind Winston Downs this time. That gives Winston Downs pretty good track position to be eligible, to be capable, to get the 2 points. You know, he's going to maybe get another first here if no one passes him. Whoa! Speaking of passing, Savannah Lux moves from 3rd, past Matteo Rinaldi, past Winston Downs, right into the first place position, and down across the finish line jump they go. Matteo Rinaldi trying to make a move. They were 1, 2, 3, 4 within 2 car lengths of each other. That was a close finish. And now we have this 8-8-3-3 scenario with Savannah Lux earning herself 5 points from the back of the pack, catching up to Winston Downs, and now is in touch with that 2 points. She can see it. She can smell it. Who's going to get in Savannah Lux's way? It looks like it might be Matteo Rinaldi, as she tries to pass on the outside, and Matteo Rinaldi closes the gap. Now they're battling back there again, and Savannah Lux makes the move on Matteo Rinaldi, passes on the inside. What an epic move by Savannah Lux, folks. It's moves like that. They're going to get you to the top of the leaderboard here in the bonus round, and those 2 bonus points. But can she hold on as we head into race number 4? Winston Downs is going to be right on her tail, but she is in the pole position. That's pretty special. It's pretty unique to be out front in points and then put yourself in the pole position. That means you made some epic moves throughout this group. Winston Downs gets launched a little bit by Matteo Rinaldi. Can he get by Rico Laglas and make his way to Savannah Lux? Savannah Lux not letting anyone by, crossing the finish line for 5 more points, but those points don't matter again. The only points that matter, the 2 bonus points that she just earned for herself and Team Throttle Queens. That puts the Throttle Queens even further out front in the team championships. The points championships, Savannah Lux moves herself up even further ahead of Trey Torque Miller as we head into week number 8. And I just wanted to thank all my loyal viewers. If you've been here for a while, thank you. I really appreciate your support. We're back at the DIECAST Racing League, brought to you by RacetrackPrince.com. And it is week 8, and we are at the Big O. It's Savannah Lux leading the pack in the driver's standings, Trey Miller right behind, and the Throttle Queens absolutely dominating the team leaderboard by over 20 points. Will anybody be able to catch up to them with only 3 weeks left in this DIECAST Racing League Season 1? Thanks again to Racetrack Prince for sponsoring this season of the DIECAST Racing League. Head on over to racetrackprince.com and use code TTC for 15% off your order. Group number 1 at the Big O. It is Savannah Lux leading the pack. Ryan McConnor in that R34 Skyline, hanging out right there in that second spot. And his teammate, Max Spooler, is in the 3rd spot in this group number 1. And last but not least in this group, from the Obsidian Outlaws, it's Jack Corbin in that Road Runner, made by Plymouth, of course. They're going to head straight to the line again. Regular 4-car format with this. The cars rotate 1 spot clockwise every single race. And the points, it's 5 points for first, 3 points for second, 2 for third, and 1 for fourth. And if you don't finish on the DNF, if you don't finish in the Big O, which is a DNF, it's very rare, but it happens from time to time. They're out of there for race number 1. Savannah Lux in the inside front lane. She is pulling ahead already in race number 1, turn 1. Max Spooler bringing up the rear, passes Jack Corbin, and now he's after his teammate, Ryan McConnor, face-to-face, teammate to teammate, R34 to R34. They are heading down the track. It's Savannah Lux across the finish line for first place. R34 times 2, it's 68. If you add them, not multiply them. I don't know what 34 times 34 is. Let me know in the comments. Jack Corbin across the finish line for last place in this group. They're going to rotate. Max Spooler moves in that pole position. Ryan McConnor goes to the back right behind it, Savannah Lux. But I don't think that's going to be an issue. Savannah Lux is going to get out of the way fast enough for Ryan to come down the pipeline. Ryan on the outside trying to pass Savannah Lux. Does not make the pass. Jack Corbin getting in the way, holding up Savannah Lux. She's bobbing and weaving, trying to get around. Jack Corbin sliding sideways, holding up the faster cars in the back. And now Savannah and Ryan are tangled up. It's going to leave Max Spooler across the finish line for first place, 5 points in race number 2. Jack Corbin, Savannah Lux, and Ryan McConnor across the finish line for last. Jack Corbin stirring up the pack a little bit. He gets 3 points, but he was the story of that race, holding up the 2 faster cars in the back. You hate to see that happen. You just want to let those beasts loose. Jack Corbin, probably the slowest car in this event, slides to the pole position. Can Max Spooler and Savannah Lux get by him on the outside? It looks like Ryan McConnor is pushing Jet just fast enough to keep him going and out in front. Ryan McConnor trying to take the inside, pulling the pit maneuver on Jack Corbin, but Jack Corbin was able to hold it off. Down into the last turn they go. Jack Corbin spins it out. Ryan McConnor and Max Spooler on the outside. What an amazing pass in turn number 2, which is 4, which it's actually 2, but it's really 4 because this track is built to look like there's only 2 turns, but there's really 4 turns. Spoiler alert, if you want to know how this Big O is made, head back into our channel and look for the video on the behind the scenes of the Big O. Ryan McConnor slides into the pole position. Savannah Lux, my prediction is that these 2 are going to run away with it. But it's Jack Corbin and Max Spooler on the outside of Savannah Lux. She checks up just a little bit. I'm not sure why. Jack Corbin smashes his way by on the inside. Then here comes Max Spooler on the outside. Max Spooler trying to make a move on the inside of Jack Corbin now. Jack Corbin up on the railing. Savannah Lux passed after Max Spooler passes. A double pass there. Jack Corbin is up on the berm and looks like he might be stuck. His front left tire is hanging over there, and he will come to a screeching halt as Ryan McConnor crosses the finish line for first place. A DNF, which we don't see very often, by Jack Corbin. 14 points. Ryan McConnor wins this group and will move on to the bonus round for a chance to win 2 extra points for himself and his team. Again, we're going to update these points here, folks, but just remember, some of these cars have ran and some of these cars have not. So until we get to the end of this video, the leaderboard will be stirred up just a little bit. Same thing with the team standings here. We've added some points to the Throttle Queens and the Turbo Titans, but some of their teams haven't had their runs yet. We're just keeping you up to date on where everybody stands. It's group number 2. The second place person going into this event, Trey Miller, is back holding that small block V6. What? Is it? That's only a 6-cylinder. It's a V6 he's holding. Real muscle men would drive V8s. Why isn't he holding a V8? What the heck? Speaking of someone with no cylinders, it's Rico Laglas and his rotary RX-7. And then Matteo Rinaldi in the Bugatti Bolide, bringing up the 3rd place position in this group. And last but not least, from the Pink Panthers. Nope, just kidding. That's not the Pink Panthers. That is the Nitro Sisters. It's Roxy Nitro herself. And yes, they are legit sisters in real life. Different father, but they're still sisters. We're gonna head to the starting line. Again, this is a rolling start here at the Big O. The cars come rolling in, and when they cross that start-finish line, they will go green. They're out of there for race number 1 of Group 3 here in Week 8 of the DIECAST Racing League, brought to you by RacetrackPrince.com. Also, I want to extend a huge shout out to Spoolheads, who designs this track for us. If you want to check out Spoolheads track, there is a link in the description. Also, there's a link in the description for RacetrackPrince.com. If you use code TCC at either one of those places, you're going to receive a discount, 15% at RacetrackPrince.com, 5% at Spoolheads. Go on over and get some cool stuff and deck out your diecast space just like I have right here at Tiny Track Cars. Missed race number 1 completely. Can you guys let me know what happened? I'll have to rewind it. Race number 2, Matteo Rinaldi out front in the pole position, followed by the Nitro sister herself, Roxy Nitro, getting passed by Trey Miller. Trey Miller now on a pursuit of happiness to the top of the leaderboard. But first, he's got to pass Matteo Rinaldi. He dive bombs on the inside. Bugatti is too fast. Bugatti rolls over. Can Trey get by him at the finish line? Trey does not get by Matteo Rinaldi at the finish line after the rollover here. Let's see if Matteo Rinaldi is okay and can make his way back to the starting line to take that Bugatti down the track for another race. Looks like he's okay. The characters actually aren't in the cars. They stand next to the cars for the introductions, and then they go back to the pits, and the cars drive themselves. Oh, Roxy Nitro on the inside of Trey Miller, making some moves, trying to put some points on the board, or better yet, take some away from Mr. Trey, who's out there on top of the leaderboard. That Scion is absolutely flying out there this race. We've never seen such a performance there from Roxy Nitro. Usually she is mid to back of the pack, and today she is flying. But it's Matteo Rinaldi in this group out front. The Bugatti Bolide we know is fast on the Big O, and it's proving that right here today. They rotate a position clockwise. Again, it is. I just realized that the last race I announced Ryan McConnor and Max Spooler in the same team, and they're not in the same team. One's from the Furious Amelia, and one is from the Turbo Titans. The Turbo Titans teammate right there is Rico Laglas. Teammate from the other guy is Damon Torello, and he is doing terrible in this event, in this tournament, in this season. But I think Damon next season will be back and will be driving a different one of his cars, perhaps the RX-7, and perhaps he will do better. So don't count Damon out of it for good, just this season, because he's clearly way behind everybody by a lot of points. All right, we check out the standings. The other 2 groups have ran. It's still Savannah Lux out in front, but Trey Miller again is creeping on that score. He will have 2 more weeks of racing, including the grand finale of it all, to come back and pass Savannah Lux. Will he be able to do it? We head to group number 3. It's Sable Quinn from the Obsidian Outlaws representing the first spot in this group in that Lamborghini. Second, it's Lana Nitro, Roxy's sister from a different Mista. And she has been consistent in that WRX, but not the fastest. And then it's Trey Miller's teammate, Brody Slade, rocking that Dark Horse Mustang. And it looks like holding a pair of slicks in his hand, which he needs to put on the back of that Mustang. So he hooks up and gets down that track and puts some points on the board. because one of these darn teams has to compete with the Throttle Queens for the title of team champion. And last but not least in this group, it's Nico, and Biko. It's Nico Almaraz in the McLaren P1. He, again, has been holding off. We'll see if he can put some more points on the board. On the big board, on this scoreboard, on the leaderboard, on all the boards. Just put some points on the board. That's how you win this race. You don't win by hanging out in the back like Damon, clearly. Sable Quinn way out in front into race number 1, and it's a battle between Nico and Lana. Who's going to come out in front? Nico on the outside passes Lana Nitro. Lana Nitro doesn't know what just hit her. She skids out sideways. Sable Quinn, Nico Almaraz, Lana Nitro, and in the back, it's Brody Slade in that dark horse. What is Brody doing back there, fella? Get your muscle on the road. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get you on the floor. Get down. Brody, get that thing on down. All right. Into the next race, Brody slides in the pole position. Can he capitalize on this spot, or will Sable Quinn be able to pull the lead from the outside lane? Sable Quinn faster at the top end, and that Mustang slides by Brody Slade. Brody Slade looks like he hit a frog in the road. I'm not sure what happened there. He just kind of stopped out of nowhere. But Sable Quinn just obliterating these folks in this group. Brody Slade across the finish line for second. Nico Almaraz in reverse, and Lana Nitro across the finish line. Perhaps those two got tangled up in the back, and we don't know what happened because someone didn't install 12 cameras on this track. That was me. All right, they rotate again. Nico Almaraz in the P1. His chance at putting 5 points on the board. Brody Slade holding up Sable Queen. She'll be out of the equation unless she can pass all 3 cars here. She passes 1. Lana Nitro is the next person on her radar. Can Sable Quinn slide by Lana Nitro in this straightaway? Nico Almaraz checks sideways, gets passed by Lana Nitro. Sable Quinn gets hung up by Nico, but what an amazing pass there by Lana Nitro on the inside of Nico as Nico spins around. Now Sable Quinn's going to try to make it past Nico. I think she lost all her momentum here. It's Lana Nitro, Nico Almaraz, Sable Quinn, and Brody Slade across the finish line in this race. Wow, what a competitive race there. We thought Sable Quinn was going to go from the back all the way to the front, but she got held up by Nico Almaraz here. And they rotate again. It's going to look like the inside lane is going to be cooking here because Sable Quinn is going to push Lana Nitro through turn number 1. Nico Almaraz and Brody Slade on the outside. They're going to fall back here. Now it's just up to Sable Quinn to get by Lana Nitro. We know she's faster because she finds the line that's going to get her there. It's not the outside one. She can try to take another outside run here right at Lana Nitro, but Lana Nitro closes the door right at the finish line and does not let Sable Quinn get that position from her. Nope, no she doesn't. But it's still Sable Quinn who's going to move on to the bonus round for a chance to win 2 extra points. And if you're wondering how that bonus round works, the winner from each group heads to a 4-car bonus round. They will run 4 races. The points don't count in that race, but the winner of that bonus round will get 2 extra points for themselves in the season standings and their team in the season standings. At the 3 groups, it's still the Throttle Queens out in front, and the Throttle Queens still have 1 more driver. That's Lexi Voss coming up in this group right here to see if they can make the lead even greater. Winston Down leads off this group with that Lamborghini Huracan, looking beautiful in yellow with his arms crossed, always just chilling like a villain. That's a saying that people say. I don't say that. I don't say chilling like a villain. Okay, remove that. All right, rewind. Remove that from this tape. Nope, we're okay. Staying. Okay, let's keep going. All right, Lexi Voss in the 2nd place position with the McLaren Speedtail. She is representing the top team in this tournament, the Throttle Queens, and it's Chase Vinton, which is Winston Down's teammate in the same team, in the same group. They have epic wings. That's why they're the spoiler alert. And they both have yellow cars. And what is Damon doing? Is he just so ashamed that his score is only 50-some points and everyone else is over 100? He's just hiding his face here in the garage. But he's got to get in his car and see if he can put some points on the board. Damon, it's not over till the fat lady sings. And, well, there's going to be no singing on this channel. So it's never over. Not over. I'm definitely not singing. You guys know my singing skills. Spoiler alert on the inside. They have a chance of going 1-2 in here, but it's Lexi Voss who's going to turn that stuff upside down and see if she can pass Chase Vinton. Wingston down, spins around. And spoiler, 1-2 across the finish line. Lexi Voss, and then we already know Damon Trillo is probably going to hang out in the back of the pack for the whole entire season. Wingston down takes 5 points and moves ahead in race number 1. But he will move to the outside. His teammate Chase Vinton will now be in the inside, followed by Damon Trillo. With the cars on the outside, be able to pull ahead Damon Trillo. I'm not sure what happened to Wingston Downs right here. He is usually a little bit faster than that in turn number 1. Chase Vinton in reverse. Damon Trillo in reverse. Damon Trillo holding up Lexi Voss and Wingston Downs. Will either of those cars be able to get by? He's just literally parking that thing sideways, parking that Charger sideways. Who's going to be able to push by? Wingston Downs spins out. Lexi Voss still trying to push on Damon Trillo. Can she get by into the last straight? She tries to make the move, but Damon Trillo pulls the dirtiest block we've seen in days, and weeks, and hours, and minutes maybe. Maybe we've seen a better block in this video. I'm not even sure. But it was a pretty good block. He holds on to second place in that race. Now Damon Trillo slides to the pole position. Is this Damon Trillo's chance? It looks like he's got a little bit of wheel wobble there. Maybe it's because he flew off the big open circuit. Tiny track cars open circuit, landed directly on the ground. Maybe that's why he's performed terrible this whole entire season. Maybe he needs a new car. Lexi Voss on the inside of Damon Trillo like he was standing still. Look at that move. That speedtail just looks faster than that Dodge Charger. Slides right in front of him. Gonna allow Chase Vinton back here to try to make a stab at Damon Trillo, but he fails to do so. Damon takes another second place, putting some points on the board. Attaboy, Damon, but it's Chase Vinton out front in 10. Lexi Voss with 9. Wingston Downs with 7. Still really anyone's game to move to the bonus round. But Lexi Voss is now in the pole position. My instinct is she's going to run away with this one, but still, Wingston Downs is right behind her, and we've seen Wingston and those Lamborghinis do some amazing things here on the Big O. Spinning backwards and blocking Damon Trillo is not what you want to do when Lexi Voss is in front of you. You have to get on the gas and get by Lexi Voss. Lexi, that doesn't rhyme at all. McLaren Speedtail in reverse. That's not how you want to drive a Speedtail. Aerodynamics are not built for that, to go in reverse. But Lexi Voss does cross the finish line despite being in reverse, driving backwards in that McLaren Speedtail. And she, with that 5 points in the last round, will earn herself a spot in the bonus round. We tally up the points, folks, and we have a tie for first place at the top of the leaderboard between Sable Quinn and Savannah Lux. 1 point ahead of Trey Miller. Week 8 is becoming more and more crazy. I would not have expected someone ran down Savannah Lux. But speaking of running down another team, I don't think anyone is going to touch the Throttle Queens as a team. But who knows what's going to happen on the team leaderboard, folks. 2 weeks to go after this. But before we do that, we have to jump into a bonus round to see who will earn 2 points for themselves and their team. It's Matteo Rinaldi in the spot 2, right after Ryan McConnor and a Bugatti Bolide. And then Sable Quinn, who just moved to the top of the leaderboard. Chance at putting 2 more points on the board and moving herself ahead of the pack. And then for representation for the Throttle Queens, Savannah Lux didn't make it to the bonus round, but her teammate, Lexi Voss, gets a chance at putting the Throttle Queens 2 points even further ahead of everybody else. But 3 fast cars stand in her way: a Skyline, a Bugatti, and a Lamborghini. The moment is now. We find out who will take those 2 bonus points, and they have been crucial thus far, as we know the standings are tight, and 2 points here and 2 points there can really go a long way. Ryan McConnor out front early in race number 1. Sable Quinn tries to slide on the inside. Now Matteo Rinaldi passes Sable Quinn on the outside. Matteo Rinaldi's trying to take the inside on the R34. R34 bouncing around, trying to keep up with that Bugatti, but he is struggling out there, folks, but he's able to hold off. Wow, that R34 is bouncing all over the track, saying, Matteo, you're not going to get by me. I'm going to drive this thing as fast as I can, even if it's going to blow up. In pure Ryan McConnor fashion, drive to the end of the limits no matter what. More nos, mo betta, you know what I'm saying? It's Sable Quinn that drives to the inside, Ryan McConnor on the outside, Lexi Voss on the inside back lane, and don't leave out Matteo Rinaldi. This is a fast pack of cars, folks. Anything can happen. Whoa, Ryan McConnor almost gets flipped over on top of Matteo Rinaldi. Look at that. He drives right up underneath him, spins him around. Ryan McConnor is able to recover. Lexi Voss in second place. falling behind, but it's Sable Quinn here in race number 2 who pulls extremely far ahead of the pack and takes 5 points. Someone's got to stop that Quinn from the Obsidian Outlaws, Sable Quinn. That car is looking good for the potential 2-point bonus. And folks, I don't care who gets it, it's who deserves it. And if it's Sable Quinn, it's Sable Quinn. Will it be Lexi Voss or Matteo Rinaldi? Matteo Rinaldi right behind Lexi Voss. It's going to be hard to get around that speed tail. Can Matteo Rinaldi make the moves that he needs to get the points, to win the bonus points at the end of this week number 8 of the DIECAST Racing League? Here comes Sable Quinn like a rocket. Not enough. Lexi Voss takes first place. Sable Quinn takes third. It's Matteo Rinaldi. Oh, into the race number 4. We have 8, 7, 9, 9. It's still anybody's game. Who's out in the pole position? We find out right now. It looks like Matteo Rinaldi has a pretty good chance at taking 5 points in this last race. What would that mean with the score? I don't know, because I don't know who's going to take second. But if he takes 5, he has a pretty good chance of being out in front. There's a battle in the back between a McLaren and a Lamborghini. Sable Quinn trying to push by Lexi Voss. Can she make it? She checks sideways. Now the action goes to the front of the pack between Matteo Rinaldi and Ryan O'Connor. Down across the finish line, Sable almost gets by Lexi. And by 1 point, in the win in the last race, Matteo Rinaldi takes the bonus point and wins 2 points for Team Hyperline and 2 points for himself. That will move him into spot number 10, right behind Max Spooler on the driver's standings. But it's a tie, a gridlock at the front between Savannah Lux and Sable Quinn in the driver's standings, which is way more exciting than the team standings. The team standings look like the Throttle Queens way out in front with only 2 weeks to go. Welcome back, Tiny Track crew, to week number 9 of the DIECAST Racing League, brought to you by RaceTrackPrince.com. It's a gridlock in the front of the driver's standings at 111 points between Savannah Lux and Sable Quinn. And it's the Throttle Queens who are pulling away in the team overall standings in season number 1. We have new groupings, we have new pairings, we have new action, and we have a new track layout with a brand new finish line jump plus a finish line jump camera. In group number 1, we're going to dive right in. It's Savannah Lux in the Lamborghini, and then it's Winston Downs in the Lamborghini Huracan. We have a Veneno and a Huracan. And then we're going to shift right over to Max Spooler in the R34 Skyline, who desperately needs some points. And then another name we haven't seen too high on the leaderboard with the Nitro Sisters. It's Roxy Nitro, the slower of the Nitro Sisters, I believe. But that doesn't matter. Anything can happen right here because we've added more jumps to the Tiny Track Cars Open Circuit. And we are out of there for race number 1, group number 1. If you're unfamiliar with this format, we run 4-car groups. Each of the 16 cars get to run on the track. If you win your group, you head to the bonus round for a chance to win 2 extra points for yourself and your team. There is a jump across the finish line. In race number 1, we have Max Spooler getting incredible air, flying completely over the finish line, and Winston Downs taking out somebody at the finish. Get the medical crew here, folks. It's gonna get nasty. Winston Downs does cross the finish line plane and gets 5 points in race number 1. They rotate 1 position clockwise, and they're out of there again for race number 2. Now it's Savannah Lux leading the pack, but Winston Downs showing his speed right behind Savannah. Over the little Humpty Dump they go. She does a little spin, and here she comes down across the finish line straight. She takes out another photographer. Gosh dang it. We have to have those people move back. There's another view at the damage done to that man's face. That beautiful finish line cam has an amazing view of that Micro Turbo S2000, Lando, the beautiful pup that we have set trackside, and the crazy Canuck with the Pity the Food truck. I pity the food. We're out of there for race number 3. Max Spooler is out in front getting chased down by Savannah Lux. Is he going to be able to hold out this position? I don't know. All I'm worried about is the people at the finish line. Across the jump they go, and nobody gets hurt. Everyone lands it. These folks are clearing the finish line completely. We're going to have to make this jump smaller or add more space between the finish line and the jump so we actually can land and get it in frame and see who actually wins. Watch this action. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Savannah Lux drives underneath. Watch this. Underneath Winston Downs. Spins him upside down. He was too much of a competition, too much of a competitor for Savannah Lux, and she decided to play dirty despite being way out in front in the leaderboard. She wanted to flip over the other Lamborghini because she wants to be the only Lamborghini in this race. And folks, that photographer clearly does not value his life because he keeps moving his butt right back to the track, and bam! There he goes again, flying off the track, off that Monster Energy sign, and probably into his casket. It's Savannah Lux who takes the most points in group number 1 and will move on to the bonus round for a chance to win 2 extra points. I don't know if she's going to need it because she's still out in front. The only one who might come close, Savannah Sable Quinn, and Trey Torque Miller still fighting for the championship title with only 1 week to go right after this video, folks. But the race isn't over yet. Let's introduce you to group number 2. It's the second point standings going into the second points leader spot going into this race, Sable Quinn. And then the other Savannah Lux's teammate, the other throttle queen, Lexi Voss. And then sliding right over, it's Matteo Rinaldi from Team Hyperline. And look at that, Matteo's got a buddy. It's his pal, Nico Almaraz, driving that beautiful baby blue McLaren P1. But that Bugatti, though, dang! That Bugatti is looking fly. All right, they're gonna head straight to the finish line. We have 2 baby blue cars and a Lamborghini and a McLaren. 2 McLarens, wow, but just different teams. A Bugatti and a McLaren, and walk into a bar. Who takes the win? McLaren Speedtail is out in front. It's Lexi Voss, looking good, spinning around backwards to check where Sable Quinn is at. Sable Quinn trying as hard as she can to make the move on Lexi Voss, and gosh dang it, that guy does not learn. He just got hit by a McLaren, and then the other photographer just got struck by the guy who was flying in the air. How'd you die, ma'am? Well, I got hit by someone that was hit by a car, and they flew into me, and I got it. Okay, enough. And also, I want to make an announcement that we announced in last week's video that we are not going to have waivers, ever. We're discontinuing waivers, folks. This is a show up at your own risk. No waivers need to be signed. Nobody out here is worried about getting sued because this is DIECAST Racing. This isn't real. There's nobody in this car. Savannah Lux, I took a picture of her next to the car, but then I just put her back in her bin and then race her car. Spoiler alert. Oh, spoiler alert. Speaking of spoiler alert, is Winston Downs okay after that rollover in the last group? Oh my gosh, Matteo Rinaldi across the finish line with huge air in that Bugatti Bolide. How do you say that? Bolide? Bolide. All right, out in front in this group, it's Sable Quinn. She needs 13 points or more if she wants to catch up to Savannah Lux in the overall standings. But she starts this race in the back of the pack. It's Matteo Rinaldi and Nico Almaraz, but Lexi Voss makes the amazing move on Nico Almaraz. Watch this. Gets a slight bump from Sable Quinn, shoots on the inside of Matteo Rinaldi, and now she's going to go after Nico Almaraz and that McLaren out front. Which McLaren is going to take the win as they go down across the finish line? There goes another photographer. You got to move your butts back from the finish line, you big dummies. Just kidding. They don't have brains. I move them with my fingers back to the same exact spot every single race. Also, we have a tie. We have a tie for who goes on to the bonus round. They both earn 12 points in the driver's standings, but this battle, this tiebreaker, this amazing race, not the amazing race you watch on TV, but the amazing race right here at Tiny Track Cars will determine who, my friends, goes on to the bonus round for a chance to earn 2 points. For race number 1, it's Matteo Rinaldi who takes the win. They're going to rotate positions. Oh, just kidding. It's a once and done. We must have gave lane advantage to the person who had the better scores. And one and done. Matteo Rinaldi takes the spot in the bonus round. There's your updated points. All right, we introduced group number 3, but you already know these drivers. You know who's fighting for the top points. I'm going to take this time to say, seriously, head over to racetrackprints.com. I have 6 of their prints right here in the Tiny Track Cars studio, right behind the Tiny Track Cars open circuit. If you head over to racetrackprints.com and use code TTC, you get 15% off your order. I want to tell you, I know we do a lot of plugs for racetrackprints.com, We talk about spoolheads a lot, but honestly, folks, that's what keeps this channel alive. These small sponsorships from these amazing companies who are able to help us out keeps us making content from week to week. So if you are a brand interested in sponsoring the DIECAST Racing League or any of our other videos, please reach out. My email is in the video description as well. That is the heartbeat of this channel. Because unfortunately, YouTube ads don't pay that much, you know what I'm saying? All right, we're heading to group number 3. It is Lana Nitro out in front, but getting pushed hard by Trey Torque Miller. Trey Torque Miller battling back there with... Oh, gosh. Was he okay? Did he fly off the track? And then there's Brody Slade across the finish line. We take a look at that from the side camera. Why would you take off in reverse over that jump, Brody? I mean, Trey. Brody just didn't even make the jump because, you know, Mustangs. But it's Lana Nitro out front with 5 points in race group number 3, race 1. They rotate 1 position clockwise, and that beautiful pink car moves to the back of the track. And it's an open clean air for Trey Torque Miller. What can he do? We know Trey Torque Miller is fast, but we also know that WRX STI is one of the fastest cars in the lane section up at the top. Because of the way these cars are shaped, holy snakes, that car got a lot of air. Big Air Trey, we're going to call him the Bat. Get it? Bat, Big Air Trey. He flies like a bat. That was a great acronym. Because bats fly, get it? All right. Brody Slade getting in the way of his teammate. Maybe he let him slide by. It looks like he pulled over to the right, let Trey Torque Miller slide on the inside, and then he's going to put a block on Chase Vinton. Maybe Brody Slade is going to hold off the pack. But no, he goes for the pass on his teammate again. You know your teammate is fighting for points in the championship win with Savannah Lux and Lexi Voss and Sable Quinn all over there at the top of the leaderboard? I think we should give bonus points if you clear the finish line completely. We need a camera that shows the finish line, and if you clear it, you get 1,000,000 bonus points. And then those 1,000,000 bonus points go on a separate leaderboard, and you can cash them in for snack packs at the end of the season. Snack packs, all you can eat snack packs. All right, Lana Nitro, we know she's fast. She just gets an absolute boost by Trey Torque Miller. Trey Torque Miller was unable to get by her. Now she's going too fast, and Trey Torque Miller dive bombs on the inside. What a move by Trey Torque Miller. Wow, folks, you love to see that racing action, and can Trey keep it on the track? Over the jump he goes. Lana's off the track. Chase Vinton's way over the finish line, and Brody Slade is coming in last place again. What does that mean for the points? It's Trey Torque Miller with 3 wins and 18 points. He will be going to the bonus round. We update the points. Savannah Lux is now in 2nd place. Trey Torque Miller outscores him and earns himself in spot number 1 of the leaderboard, folks. Within 5 points of each other is spots 1, 2, and 3. It's still anyone's game as we go into week number 10 next week. Will anyone be able to catch up to them? I don't know. Will anyone be able to catch up to the Throttle Queens for the team standings? I don't know. Come back next week and find out. Group number 4. We have another R34 Skyline. It's not the red one. It's not Max Spooler. It's Ryan McConnor in the R34 from the Fast and Furious. It's not Brian O'Connor. It's Ryan McConnor, his long-lost cousin. Then Rico Laglas from the Turbo Titans. And then we have Jack Corbin rocking that beautiful Road Runner. Mimi. Not that runner, folks. It's the one made by Plymouth, not by WB. Mimi. And then we have Damon Torello, who really needs a new car. That car I think has a bent axle, and we need to be able to. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you want these drivers to be able to sub out their cars for different cars in the DIECAST Racing League. Maybe they have a garage of 3 to 4 cars, and they get to choose the car they want based on the week. And they can move cars out, and some cars have mechanical issues, and they get to swap them out. Would you like that storyline? Let me know in the comments if you like that idea of these drivers having multiple different cars to pick from each week. Not much action from the finish line cam, just Big Air Ryan flying across the finish line with the most air in that group, but does not even come close to the air that Trey Torque Miller was putting down in that last group. It's Rico Laglas in the RX-7 who reads the pack. He leads the pack. Rico leads, not Rico reads. Ryan McConnor out in front in the R34, putting some space between him and the rest of the pack. The camera guy can hardly keep up with him. Into the last turn he goes, down across the finish line. Someone's going to get hit. Maybe not. Thanks for playing nicely. Beautiful landing there by all cars. Even Damon Torello clears the double. We ran a shorts tournament, Fast and Furious shorts tournament with this double at the finish line, and we got a lot of positive comments and positive feedback from that double jump at the end. People love the racing action. You got to hit the jump hard or you're not going to clear the landing. It's the make or break. It's the nail in the coffin. It's the, I don't even know the other expressions we can use to, whoa! Jet Corbin is up and over. Loop-de-doop-de alley-oopy up the track, and here comes Damon in reverse. Damon takes his first ever win in diecast racing history. Check the scoreboard, check the stats, check with my secretary that I don't have. And one day, once we're big, when we get to 1 million subscribers, we'll have someone and all their job is to track the stats from each driver. We just had a record, folks. That was Damon Torello's 157th third place finish. You know, like stupid stats like that they make up. Like, who's keeping track of these stats? But basically, all they have to do is put their finishes in a spreadsheet and then run a prompt with ChatGPT and be like, generate some crazy stats from me based on all these numbers, and I'll get some crazy stats. All right, is Rico Laglas beating out Ryan McConnor for the spot in... How did Damon get 12 points? Anyways, still a tight battle up front for the driver's standings. Still a tight battle for the team standings, even though the Throttle Queens are moving ahead of the rest of the people by a pretty commanding. But we have a battle for second place in the team standings between the Muscle Mayhem and the Turbo Titans. And Obsidian Outlaws aren't out of it yet, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the bonus round, and you know what's at stake here. These 4 cars will run 4 races, and the points in the race won't matter, but the winner, who has the most points at the end of these 4 races, will earn 2 points for themselves in the driver's standings, and 2 points for their team in the team standings. If you can earn these 2 extra points, you can move your way closer to the top of that leaderboard and almost guarantee yourself a victory as long as you beat the other person in points, because that's how leaderboards work, gosh darn it. All right, we have a tight group in this. We know Savannah Lux is a force to be reckoned with. We know Trey Torque Miller is an absolute meathead, and he will beat you off the track. Matteo Rinaldi was showing extra speed here in this layout of the open circuit, but right now, surging to the front of the pack, it's Savannah Lux in that Vanino! She likes that little spin move down in that last turn. Oh my gosh, Savannah Lux losing control in the final straightaway, and Trey Torque Miller jumping completely over her and over the finish line. Look at that. Savannah Lux was sideways. She didn't even make the jump. Trey Torque Miller passing her in the air and taking the victory in race number 1. Trey Torque Miller is the top of the leaderboard, and he is proving week after week he is a winner, and he wants to win, because that's what winners do, gosh darn it. All right, Savannah Lux out front again. She's going to blow it this time, or is she going to let Trey... Whoa, gosh, Savannah Lux up and over, almost over the guardrail, keeps it on the track. We really need to move the people back from the sides of the track because they're in danger. You don't want one of these figurines, who are a couple bucks a piece, to break an arm off, and then they wouldn't be able to get into shots anymore. Oh my gosh, Savannah Lux blows it, spins out, allows Trey Torque Miller to pull way ahead. Trey Torque Miller is absolutely dominating out here in week number 9 of the DIECAST Racing League with only 1 week to go. Is anyone going to be able to touch Trey Torque Miller? The only one in his sights is Savannah Lux and Sable Quinn, and they are failing to show up in this bonus round. Sable Quinn, like, legit forgot to show up because she didn't even make it here. Because you don't see her on the scoreboard. You see her anywhere? You see Savannah Lux, but Savannah Lux is 3 points behind Trey Torque Miller. Those 2 cars are both in the back of the track. It would take a DNF from Trey Torque Miller. Trey Torque Miller's up in the curb. Oh no, can Savannah Lux passes Matteo Rinaldi? Can Savannah Lux make a move to first place and gain at least 3 points on Trey Torque Miller? Let's find out right now. It's Rico Laglas is the only car standing in her way. Down into the finish line he goes. But Savannah Lux on the outside of Rico Laglas across the finish line, and she takes the win, folks. What does that mean for the score? Holy cannoli. I thought Trey Torque Miller was going to walk away with it, and Savannah Lux makes a move and pulls ahead by 1 point. Oh my gosh, what a move there by Savannah Lux in the last hour, race number 4, to put it all on the line and move herself within 2 points of Trey Torque Miller for the Drivers' Championship with only 1 week to go. Thank you so much for watching the DIECAST Racing League. I really appreciate you guys. Seriously, more than you know. All right, Tiny Track crew, this is it. It's week number 10, the final showdown of the DIECAST Racing League, brought to you by RacetrackPrince.com. We've had 9 weeks of wild finishes, shocking upsets, and pure chaos on the track, and it all comes down to this. Trey Miller leads the pack with 128 points, but Savannah Lux is right there, just 2 points behind. And Sable Quinn, don't sleep on her. 1 podium and she'll snatch the whole thing right out from under him. You can feel the tension tonight. Every corner, every bump, every finish line could decide the championship. And let me tell you, the way this season ends, you will not believe it. And I mean it. The finale flips everything you thought you knew upside down. So buckle up, grab your snacks, and stay glued to the very end, because this is the Season 1 finale of the Tiny Track Cars DIECAST Racing League. It's about to get wild. All right, let's not waste a second. Group number 1 is loaded. You've got points leader Trey Miller fighting to lock down the championship. Winston Downs trying to claw his way back to the top 5. Max Spooler looking for redemption. And Nico Almaraz always hungry for his first big statement finish. Ladies and gentlemen, Group 4, we're going to head right to the starting grid. Week number 10 starts now. It's Trey Torque Miller in the front left, Winston Downs to his right. They're out of there for this new track layout. They do an S-turn, then down over the jump they go. Winston Downs on the inside of Trey Miller. Trey is able to inch his way above Winston Downs, just past him. He's down into the camera turn there, down towards the finish line, 180. Trey Torque Miller out in front. Let's take a look at the rest of the pack as we slow that down for you. Nico Almaraz in reverse makes a pass on Winston Downs. What an amazing pass there by Nico. Maybe just a little bit too late as we go down across the finish line there. Nico gets second, Winston gets third, and Max Spooler comes in for 4th place and takes 1 point. If you're not familiar with our points, it is a 5-3-2-1 point system. If you can't figure out who gets what points, well, maybe you should just enjoy the races and not worry about math. They rotate 1 position clockwise. Trey Torque Miller slides to the front right. Max Spooler to his left. Winston Downs chasing in that Lamborghini, chasing that Dodge Charger right on his tail. They go into that 90-degree turn down towards the finish. Max Spooler on the outside. Max Spooler makes a double pass there. Let's watch Max Spooler from the 3rd place position. Bounces off the curb, takes Winston Downs to the left. Trey Torque Miller is in reverse, doesn't know what's going on. Look at Nico Almaraz sliding in there as well, passing Winston Downs for 3rd place. Again, Nico, you're a little bit too late in this tournament, folks. You are not going to win it, but doesn't hurt to rack up some points and move yourself and your team up the team and the drivers' standings. The scores are tight at the beginning of the pack, at the front of the pack, at the Drivers' Championship. Trey Torque Miller, every point counts. Max Spooler and Winston Downs trying to take every point away from him that they can to move themselves and their team up the leaderboard. This is it. This is week number 10, and everything comes down to this right here, right now. Trey Torque Miller out in front early, showing he is the speed demon on the track. Oh, that's Max Spooler out front, but Trey Torque Miller catching up to him. Over the jump they go. Trey Torque Miller almost passing in the air, but Max Spooler takes 5 points in race number 3. If we had a little bit more track, Trey would have passed probably midair, but bumped into the back of Max Spooler. Those 2 red, beautiful cars move to the back. It's Nico Almaraz and Winston Downs' chance to move to the front of the pack. They're going to make it to the jump first. Winston Downs over, and Trey Torque Miller rolls on his roof. Oh no, that is not good for Trey Torque Miller. He is out in front for the championship points, but that DNF, if he gets a DNF, oh my gosh, and he flies completely off the track. What just happened? Let's watch this again. Trey Torque Miller is on his roof. Nico Almaraz pushes him to the side. Here comes Max Spooler. He pops off the side of the track, and Max Spooler pushes him straight off of the track. That was sabotage, folks. That was a dirty move there. A DNF for Trey Torque Miller is not going to be good for him and the Drivers' Championship in this DIECAST Racing League season number 1. Let's pull up the scores. Trey Torque Miller ends with 9 points and actually in last place in this group. That was a very competitive group number 1. We're going to add those points, and Trey Torque Miller is out in front by 11 points as they go into the final round here. Savannah Lux is going to run 4 races, and then she may have the chance at the extra 2 bonus points. Trey Torque Miller will not have a chance at those 2 bonus points because he will not be moving to the bonus round like he was supposed to. Next group, we have Savannah Lux looking great in that beautiful purple Lamborghini Veneno, and I just made up a word, it's Legino. Oh yeah, she's looking good. And then we have her teammate, Lexi Voss, in the McLaren Speedtail, who has been just a little bit behind her teammate all season long, but looking good out there. Look at that road rash. Look at that dings and bumps and bangs on that McLaren Speedtail. That thing has seen some action out here. And then it's Matteo Rinaldo in the Matteo Rinaldi Mobile. That's the Bugatti Bolide, as we know, who's fast on the open track. Maybe fast on the Tiny Track Cars open circuit, but we know it's a beast on the Tiny Track Cars Big O. All right, and last up but not least up is Chase Vinton, rocking the Pagani Zonda R, which we also know is fast on the Big O. But let's see how it does in this open circuit with these more technical turns. Savannah Lux out in front in the pole position. Over the jump she goes. Lexi Voss probably trying to play some defense here, letting her teammate run out front and away with the points. Savannah Lux far, far ahead. Down into the last turn they go, over the jump, and successful victory for her, 5 points. Lexi Voss takes second. Matteo Rinaldi clears the double and crosses the finish line. All 4 drivers clear the double, cross the finish line. 5, 3, 2, 1, respectively, with their scores. 2 teammates from the Throttle Queens here racing against the Wingston Down, spoiler alerts, and my favorite team, Team Hyperline. We're gearing up for Season 2 of the DIECAST Racing League, folks, and what we're going to do is we're going to keep the team format, but each driver will have a garage of 4 cars to pick from, and they'll randomly get assigned a car each and every week. So you're going to see a bunch of different tracks. Oh my gosh! How come when I'm trying to make public service announcements, people always get murdered? It's like you don't want me to talk, you just want me to announce fatalities. Oh gosh, I said the word. Rewind the tape, delete the word. Man, that was bad, but we'll leave that in there. I hope those people are okay. We'll get the medical crew down there immediately. Like I was saying, Season 2 of the DIECAST Racing League, each driver will have multiple cars in their garage, and we'll randomly pull those cars, and there's going to be a different combination of cars each and every week, so you will not see the same cars racing each week. You will see the same drivers, but they will have different cars, and they'll all be themed with their team colors and vibe. Oh no, Lexi Voss rams into Savannah Lux. After Savannah Lux is on her roof over the double, it looks like the teammate, Lexi Voss, helps out Savannah Lux as she crosses the finish line and earns 2 more points. Missing those 2 points could have meant that she missed out on the championship podium. 12 points, folks, though. I'm not sure if you're good at math, but I believe Savannah Lux only needed 11 to pass Trey Torque Miller. Maybe it was 12. I'm not sure what happens. We'll see what the score looks like once we post the scores to this race. It's Lexi Voss out in front. Wingston Downs, Chase Vinton trying to take the championship points away from Savannah Lux. He spins around. Savannah Lux get by. Can Matteo Rinaldi squeak by as well? Matteo Rinaldi squeaks by and tries to take a move on Savannah Lux. Doesn't have the speed to do it. It's Lexi Voss out in front. Over the jumps they go. Let's hopefully no one gets hurt this time. Here comes, whoa, that was close. Down across the finish line they go. It looks like Savannah Lux is going to win this group and head to the bonus round with 15 points. Let's tally up their points and add them to the driver's standings. And folks, Savannah Lux pulls ahead of Trey Torque Miller in the Drivers' Championship points. In between Lexi Voss, who earned quite a few points, and Savannah Lux, who dominated that field. And on the team championship side, I think the Throttle Queens just put the nail in the coffin. Without any delay, we head right back into group number 3. But again, a huge thanks to RacetrackPrince.com. They have brought this Season 1 DIECAST Racing League to life. Literally. They sponsored the whole darn thing. If you're interested in sponsoring a future DIECAST Racing League here at Tiny Track Cars, please reach out. My direct email is in the video description. Just shoot me a message and we'll chat about it. All right, group number 3, we have quite the mix-up here. We have both of the Nitro Sisters racing against both of the Obsidian Outlaws, Roxy Nitro, Lana Nitro, Jet Corbin, and Sable Quinn battling. A Lamborghini, a Roadrunner, a Scion, and a Subaru. Scion and a Subaru end of the bar. I don't know the rest of that joke. We're headed straight to the starting line. It is pink in the front, pink in the back, black in the front, black in the back. All over the place through the S-turns. Who's going to make it to the jump first? It's Sable Quinn over the jump first. Lana Nitro cuts right in front of Roxy Nitro. I thought Roxy was going to have the lead on this one, but it looks like Lana is looking good as always out there in that Subaru WRX STI. It's fast on over the turn. Oh my gosh, Sable Quinn almost lands across the finish line. We have yet to see someone jump the finish line on this track layout, folks, but anything is possible. Sable Quinn, we know she's got some massive air. She was the one that was jumping perfectly smooth on the Big O when it was in rally mode. P.S. Rally mode will come back on the Big O. The Big O is getting a renovation right now, and there's going to be some night racing at the Big O coming soon. Roxy Nitro out in front, holding off the Lamborghini of Sable Quinn. Her teammate, Roxy Nitro, having a little bit of trouble back there with another person having trouble. Jet Corbin in that Roadrunner. Always kind of struggling here on the open circuit. But he gets down across the finish line and passes Lana Nitro, who does not make it to the finish line. That is very unfortunate for her. I know her and her teammate Roxy Nitro have been moving up the team standings quite a bit here, hoping to finish out the season strong, but one DNF is going to hurt their overall score. Over the jump they go. It is Roxy Nitro again hitting the jump first. Sable Quinn on the inside of Lana and Jet Corbin. What a great move there on the inside. Double overtake from the jump location. I love air overtakes. You know it. You know it. What do you guys think about this extra camera here? Extra camera as we go into this turn. Really soon, in the next track layout of this, I add 4 cameras to this track. We have a start camera, which is my chase cam, It's a chase cam. We have a finish line cam. We have a 2-turn cams, and we capture all of the action. Just so you guys know. Kind of some inside scoop details of a track layout coming to a Tiny Track Cars channel near you. It's the last race for this group. Jet Corbin's chance in the front position. Will he make it to the jump first? No. Lana Nitro and Sable Quinn beat him to the jump. He spins around backwards. Lana Nitro trying to hold off Sable, but Sable takes the inside, does the dive bomb, spins out, doesn't make the dive bomb on the inside. Here comes Lexi. Lana, what the heck? Who was that? And a barrel roll by Jet Corbin. Unsuccessful landing. We've seen a barrel roll off that jump, and people have landed it. It's Sable Quinn and another Lamborghini heading to the bonus round for a chance to win 2 extra bonus points. We add up the points and we have a tie, folks. Sable Quinn ties Trey Torque Miller for second place in the DIECAST Racing League overall standings. I did not see that coming. Sable Quinn earns enough points and she will even have a chance to win 2 extra bonus points in the bonus round. Okay, we head to the 4th and final group. We have another awesome matchup for you here, 4 fast cars. It's Ryan McConnor representing a crowd favorite, the Furious Familia. And then from the Turbo Titans, another crowd favorite here in the DIECAST Racing League Season 1, it's Rico Laglas. And then Brody Slade holding his awesome tires. I don't know why he's holding tires. He's been holding them all season. Maybe he just does bicep curls with them to keep his muscles big so he can show off, because that's what Mustang owners have to do. They have to show off. And last but not least, Damon Torello, who's been behind the whole entire season. Let's see what he can do this week in the Tiny Track Cars Open Circuit. For season number 2 of the DIECAST Racing League, we're going to have quite a few more teams introduced to the qualifying round, but still only 8 teams will make the season. We might have about 12, 13, or 14 different teams who you'll be able to vote for to get into the season, but they'll have to qualify and they'll have to win the qualifying challenge to make it into the season, which we all know is a challenge. Race number 1, Damon Torello showing up in reverse. Down over the jump they go. He clears the jump. Everyone clears the jump. Even Brody Slade in that dark horse. Tang. Didn't kill anybody that one. Congratulations, Brody. They rotate positions one spot to the right, to the clockwise position. Ryan McConnor out front in the pole position. He's going to make it to the jump first. Brody Slade just slightly behind by about a quarter of a car. From the back of the pack, here comes Damon Torello making a pass on Rico Laglas, now pushing his way through Brody Slade. Who is this guy? Damon Torello has decided to show up, folks. Ryan McConnor across the finish line first. Damon Torello taking second place and earning himself 3 more points. What an amazing pass there by Damon Torello, tied for second place in group number 4. And folks, he started in the back of the pack. He's going to move to the front of the pack. What can he do from the front left position? Will he be able to make it to the jump first in front of Brody Slade? Yes, he does, by about 6 car lengths. What has gotten into Damon Torello? He's driving like an absolute madman out there. He's looking like Nico Almaraz. A little bit too late, buddy. You should have showed up in week 5 when you needed the points to bump your team up in the drivers and season championship standings. Wow, what an epic smooth run there by Damon Torello. Absolutely incredible, folks. Just shows that old toot with bald head can drive when he wants to. Damon Torello leading the pack in this group number 4. Will he have enough points to move to the bonus round and have a chance at earning 2 more points? We find out right here as they hit the jump. Oh no, there's classic Damon. He hits the jump, lands a little bit too uneven, too hard, rolls that Dodge Charger over. Rico Laglas passes. Here comes Ryan McConnor passing on the inside of him as well. Can Brody Slade get by? We'll find out. But right now, Damon's just trying to get his way down the track on his roof. Enter Wax sponsor here. We need a polished sponsor. Seriously, somebody please sponsor this darn tournament. Rico Laglas across the finish line for first. Ryan McConnor. I don't see Brody Slade and I don't see Damon Torello. It looks like Damon might have held up Brody, and there's a tie between Ryan and Rico for who goes on to the bonus round. And folks, we need to run a tiebreaker run right here on the Tiny Track Cars Open Circuit. These points won't matter. All that matters is you get to the finish line first and earn your spot in the bonus round for a chance to win 2 more points for yourself in the team championship and the drivers championship. Is Ryan McConnor flying out front, putting Rico way behind? Over the jump he goes. He will win this race, and that will earn himself a spot in the final bonus round. We tally up the points, folks, and Ryan McConnor slides to the 4th place position right in front of Winston Downs. It's shaping up to be a great season, and there's still 2 more points on the line for the team and drivers championship. If Sable Quinn can take these 2 points, she'll earn 2 points for herself and her team and move the Obsidian Outlaws in front of Muscle Mayhem for the team championship. Max Spooler fighting for 2 points for the Turbo Titans. He is in the first spot in this overtake. I'm so used to overtakes. We have run too many overtakes in this darn channel. Second one in the bonus round is Savannah Lux. We know she's fast in that Veneno. She has clinched the victory for season championship here in the DIECAST Racing League. A Veneno, folks. You love to see it. I know the Venenos are fan favorites, and those Lamborghinis are fast out here on the track. Sable Quinn fighting for those last 2 points to put her team in front of Muscle Mayhem for the team championship. And last but not least, Ryan McConnor fighting for 2 points for Team Furious Familia. These cars are going to head right to the starting line. This is the final 4 races of the whole entire Season 1 of the DIECAST Racing League. If you stuck with us this long and have watched every single video in the DIECAST Racing League Season 1, thank you so much. We have lots of cool, fun action planned for the Season 2 of the DIECAST Racing League. If you have any other comments, concerns, or ideas for Season number 2, drop them in the comments or shoot me an email. I always love to hear your guys' ideas. And if you aren't playing in our DIECAST Racing Fantasy League, which does not follow this league, but it's an ability for you to pick cars each and every week. We have a premiere every Friday, and you earn points, and you can work your way up the leaderboard. It's completely separate from the DIECAST Racing League. It's fantasy. It's fun. You pick your cars. It's free to play. It's all happening at fantasy.tinytrackcars.com. 2 amazing series from Tiny Track Cars. The Fantasy League that you follow along and earn points, and the DIECAST Racing League where you follow your teams and follow your drivers. Which one's your favorite? Do you like playing in the Fantasy League, or do you like following the DIECAST Racing League and your favorite teams and their favorite cars? Race number 2, Max Spooler is out in front. holding on for the win. It's the Lamborghinis right behind him. Lamborghinis trying to make a move on Max Spooler as they go down across the finish line. What a close race. Savannah Lux almost passed Sable Quinn there at the finish line. All right, race number 3. It's Savannah Lux out front by 1 point, but Max Spooler and Sable Quinn right behind. Anything can happen as Ryan McConnor slides to the front position, moving Max Spooler to the back. The race to the jump is here, and it's Ryan McConnor just out front and Sable Quinn cutting off Savannah Lux. Savannah Lux spins out. Max Spooler gets by. That's not good for Savannah Lux and her overall points. But what's really on the line here is Sable Quinn and her bonus points to move her in front of the Muscle Mayhem team in the overall team championships. So she's the one to keep an eye on. But, you know, Savannah Lux has already won the team championship. Sable Quinn out front with 9, 3 cars at 8. Sable Quinn's in the back. Savannah Lux and Ryan McConnor in the front. What is it going to be? Whoever takes first place in this race will most likely win the bonus round. Max Spooler is on his roof. Savannah Lux is out front. It looks like Max Spooler holding up the pack just a little bit. Savannah Lux is looking good in race number 4. Down across the finish line, she will win. Ryan McConnor across for second. Sable Quinn for third. We add those points to the leaderboard, and folks, it is Savannah Lux taking 2 more points as if she needed it. She will win the Drivers' Championship round, and she will put herself far ahead with Lexi Voss and win the team championship as well. I want to thank you guys so much for following along the DIECAST Racing League. Congratulations to Savannah Lux and Lexi Voss for winning the team championships. Congratulations to Savannah Lux for winning the Drivers' Championship. Next time, hopefully these other drivers and other teams bring a little more competition and we have some more competitive nature out there on the track. Until next time, stay tuned, stay passionate, and we'll see you in Season 2 of the DIECAST Racing League.